Let's go. Let's go. What up, though? What up, though? Bring us in, doggy.
Oh man, I'm used to waiting for the intro. What's going on, Let You Know fans? We appreciate y'all watching this show tonight. Let's do it. Let's get into it, man. We don't even gotta wait.
What's cracking?
Give us some introductions. Tell us who's here. Who
Yeah.
all?
Well, I'm gonna let everybody do their thing. I'm gonna tell you what. I got the NOOZ in the house.
That's me. You already know. NOOZ, Let You Know logo. Right here. I'm ready.
I got Chaz. I got Chaz in the house. What's up, Chaz?
What up? What up?
I got Ski in the house. What's up, Ski?
What's up, Attorney Gray? Vote for me, your governor coming soon.
we got my man Red Pill in the house. What's up, Red Pill?
You already know Red Pill Crib. You know the law. When you see the straw.
We got C Will in the house. What's up, C Will? Can you hear us?
Well,
Oh, he's gone.
I'm here.
And we got Jay. Is that Jay or Jazz? Who we got? I don't know who that is at the bottom.
Joe.
Who?
It's
Look like Jay.
Your daughter.
Oh, like
It's me,
okay.
your daughter.
Oh,
Your
what's
daughter.
up, Jazz? Oh, that's my baby girl. What's going on?
Uh-oh. Yeah,
My
good
baby
looking, good
girl in the
looking.
house.
They got me shining over here. That
Okay.
shit bright. Yeah, that motherfucker give me an eye.
Well, shit. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Let's get started, man, because we didn't start off properly, but yes. Let's go. Let's go. First of all, it's double standards. And so I got a story to tell. So basically, have everybody seen the video with Sha'Carri Richardson and her boyfriend, right?
No, not me.
Sha'Carri Rich. That's the track girl?
That's
Yep.
the track star, yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the breakdown. So basically, they was at an airport, her and her boyfriend. He's a track star too as well. The video showed her pushing him, getting in his face, trying to knock his headphones down. Every time she got in front of him, he tried to avoid her by, going a different direction. She tried to pull his book bag to get his attention. And so what ended up happening was she ended up getting arrested, 4th degree domestic violence.
Damn.
And so I'm gonna ask y'all now if it was a man, do you think it would have been worse, or do you think it would have been the same type of justice? So anyone can go first.
It most definitely would have been worse. It shouldn't. Men are stronger than women naturally. So if he would have been pushing on her, more than likely she would have been falling down, running into shit. She would have been fucked up. But that doesn't make it right. She still shouldn't have been putting her hands on him and saying that he's trying to get away. But of course, it definitely would have been worse. She probably would have called the police. He would have went to jail. All kind of shit would have happened.
She 4'11". She shouldn't be
Right.
fighting nobody but middle school kids. She ain't had no right putting her hands on no grown ass athlete nigga.
Right.
But I mean, you can kind of see this stuff coming, man. Like, I think men shouldn't even date women that seek the limelight. They a headache. Most women that want to.
Wait. I don't think she seeks the hot, the limelight. I mean, she is a track star. You know what I mean? That's her God-given ability. I mean, I didn't see the video, so I can't speak on the video. I have brothers, so I just know not to put my hands on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I will say I have popped the nigga before because he was, couldn't tell the truth. So I had to take.
And I don't think all women in the limelight is like that either. So
right, yeah, but
just put a standard on women that's just in the limelight like that, because not all women are the same. So
right. So, but I would say I haven't seen the video, but she should keep her hands to herself. Like he said, she ain't big as a New York minute. You know what I mean? So she should have kept her hands to herself. And I do think if it was a man, it would have been drawn out. He would have got some endorsements dropped. She still got shit that she probably can lose too. But I do think the man would have been drug across the media a little more than she is. You know what I mean? So I agree. But I haven't seen the video. I didn't even know nothing about it until just now.
But how many women in the limelight got husbands?
A lot. Listen, don't say the limelight, because a lot of women just have limelight. So let's just say, how about some women that aren't ready to be wives or be girlfriends or immature, ain't have the father tell them the real shit about putting your hands on a man and what that can do. Let's say that, not limelight, because it's a lot of backlight bitches that ain't got no light, that still ain't got a husband. They got husbands, you know what I'm saying? But that in the limelight part, I think that just is too broad, because it's a lot of women who, like she said, that's not looking for that or seeking that type of, you know what I mean? So I get it, but not the limelight part.
Well, don't forget they was in the airport. They was also in the airport, y'all.
Yeah.
So
On top of
I
that,
mean, well, if a man was doing what she was doing to him in the airport, it wouldn't even have got that far. It wouldn't even have got that close. Some niggas probably would have jumped on his ass, because I was telling Eric when I saw it, we've seen this before. We've seen a man trying to leave a situation, and the woman, you know what I mean, instigating it, getting in front of him, pushing his head, putting his finger, you know, all that stuff. So we've seen it, and it's sad that it's kind of common, I guess, but those double standards of it, it's got to be. I remember me and Chaz talked about this, where double standard is one of those things where it just is what it is, because it goes both ways depending on what we're talking about, right? So
Right.
it's just one of the things, but it's fucked up because she's an Olympic runner. He's an Olympic runner, but like you said, like Red said, she's the name. She's the big name. So maybe she should have got. I mean, I don't know. It really wouldn't matter who the man was, really, because they was in the airport.
right? And you know, like anything in the airport is felony.
Federal.
So if
Yeah.
you everything there, like if you jaywalk in the airport, is felony.
It's federal.
And you know, I'm exaggerating because you can't really do that, but any crime you commit in the airport is felony. Like it's straight feds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
It
mean,
doesn't mean they're getting a felony. That it does mean it's at a federal level. It doesn't mean they're getting a felony, but it does mean it's a felony charge. Doesn't automatically warrant they're getting a felony.
but I mean, if you assault somebody and it's pretty,
I'm not saying it's not going to be a federal charge. She's Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm pretty sure she's not about to get a felony. Now, is it a felony charge? A federal charge that leads to felony? That could be a felony, yes. But I'm saying just because it's federal doesn't mean it's going to lead to a felony charge. Is what I'm saying. Yes, it is. It could be that. Yes, standardized. Yes, but doesn't mean she's going to get that though. But it is federal.
So you assault? Is there like a misdemeanor for assaulting people?
What I'm saying is she doesn't have a criminal background probably, so they're going to give her some adjudication, right? You know what I mean? She does have a name, right? She's going to get a good attorney. Hopefully she gets one of that's from that city that she was in that airport at, so they can have some connections, right? So she's not going to get a felony. No, there's not. I mean, there is lesser charges for assault, yes, but it depends on what the lawyer do. You know, her background. It's some factors into that. That's why that young lady won't get a felony. I'm willing to bet you she don't get a felony.
If it was vice versa, do you think he would have got a felony?
Like I said, if he has no background, if he has no prior history of battery or assault or anything like that, probably not. If he don't, it depends. You know what I mean? It depends.
Nah.
I think because of her behavior, and she makes bad decisions. Like even before this, she got banned from the Olympics for a whole year because she got caught smoking weed.
Her mama had just passed away though, Edo. You know
what that mean?
I understand that, but I mean, but you're
put her ass in jail.
But hold on.
Are you trying to fuck up your money? Or
She's still a human being outside of being an athlete. She was dealing with some shit. Smoking weed ain't shit.
My daddy passed away 2 years ago, nigga. I was down bad for like 60, 70, 80 days. Nigga beating up to my daddy dying. I was out of character. I was out of body. That's my main nigga leaving here.
You can't say that to the judge, though. You can't go. You can't walk in the courtroom.
Are you Sha'Carri Richardson? Are you this star athlete? Because at the end of the day, you know athletes who are stars, and we ain't just talking about just women. We talking about men too. You have to make better choices when you are in front of the camera every single time.
Marijuana damn near legal across the country, man. That shit should be
yes, but hold on, but see, this the thing though. This the thing. If you pick a job that has a zero tolerance for that, you learn that from old girl Brittany Griner that got stuck in that country. You not above the law because you going through something.
Griner ain't the same because bitch, you should have threw that little motherfucking 0.3 of fucking oil in the trash.
It don't, but the point is, it doesn't matter.
That was her being goofy.
Yeah,
That's
but old girl attacking old boys, that's her being goofy
I
because you
mean,
in
yeah,
your
but Brittany
feelings.
Griner and
That's
her,
a
that's two
bad
different, that's two
decision.
different.
Brittany
That's
Facts.
Griner made
goofy,
a
but that's
bad
two different
decision,
types of
and so
goofy.
did Sha'Carri Richardson. But this ain't the only bad decision she
But quit
made,
acting
though.
like, okay,
Yeah.
let's be real though. Let's quit acting like motherfucking bitch. Like y'all ain't had a, she didn't probably didn't had a whole, sexual buying out kind of shit that got her feeling in her feelings. Y'all don't know what the situation was. We don't know what it was.
Matter,
I'm thinking for example. I'm thinking for myself. I'm not thinking
I
for other
know,
people. I'm thinking
Ski,
for
but
me.
listen, that's in real life. If we take all this celebrity shit out the way, that's what I meant by we see this all the time. Where
Right. That's
you've
what I'm
seen
saying.
where
I
a man
agree.
and a woman will get into it at the grocery store or something, and he's trying to get out the store, and the girl, nah, nigga, you gonna tell me what the bitch name is? But that's what it looked like to me, right?
Right.
It-
So
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that he was just saying from the, we are not looking into where it escalated to that, right? But at the end of the day, Sha'Carri should have just thought about what she had to lose, but she didn't, so she's gonna have to find out. The hard head make a soft ass, and just because you a star on the track don't mean you are one off the track and you're above
Above
the
the
law.
yeah, you're not above the
But
law. And guess what? You got priors. You the one mentioned the prior thing. She already got priors. She got a
yep, from
she got a
smoking weed.
life-changing experience. She is so talented. God blessed her with this gift, and she want to get high more than succeed.
I wouldn't say she wanted to get high more than that. I think that's a bit much for us to say because you don't know what
How?
people's mental state is when they parent die, man. Have y'all had a parent die?
Yeah, I
No,
have.
but
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I
I'm
I
have.
saying,
haven't.
but see,
I have.
I'm saying, but no. Listen, nobody could really tell me. Like when my daddy died, people was calling my phone. Oh, Shaminsky, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, and this and that. Y'all ain't never lost
But
no
see,
parent.
hold on. You
Don't
see
tell me
that. But see,
shit.
that's
But
what. But
before
see,
she even
that's
got
where it's
before she
different.
even got in the limelight, she was already doing that stuff behind closed doors. It just came into the light because she became famous.
I
She's
So
Okay,
agree.
trouble.
so
She's
you
trauma bonding.
But that's exactly what I mean. It's a difference between if you a regular Joe Bro Smo like you Iski, and then her as a star athlete that be on TV, that be
facts.
on commercials.
No,
Like
she's a
yeah,
human.
it's a difference. It's a
Yeah, but
difference.
no, it's way different. If you work at Macy's and your pops die and then you want to get high, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you are representing the whole entire world as the fastest woman in the world and you want to get high versus, you know what I'm saying? This is how you want to deal with this is how
Different.
you want to console or
Okay,
whatever it
then she
is.
should heal first and get some therapy then. But
shout
she's
out to Michael
human.
Phelps. Shout out to
You,
Michael.
hey, look, this is what I'm saying. Men understand that. Women don't understand that. You need to when you go to work, you can't take work you can't bring the home to work. You can't
With the stress that women have, sometimes you have to.
Explain that. Explain that.
I just feel like when you have so many responsibilities, if you're a single mom, the men aren't contributing. You have so many responsibilities, and somebody keeps poking and poking and poking. The bear woke up. That's all I'm saying.
and women express their emotions way more than men. We are tapped into our emotions way more than men are. And I can say that. But I'm not saying that some men aren't, but we do carry a lot on our shoulders as well as men, but you guys do not express it the way as women does.
But the
You
thing
guys hold
about
it in and
that is
internalize it.
men go through a lot of the same stuff, but you don't see it.
Exactly. What I'm saying is you guys do not express it as women do. We are vocal with our emotions, and that's why I'm saying we're tapped in with our emotions. We're more vocal about it. Men are not.
Meaning we're not going to chase a bitch down in the airport, smacking her upside the head.
facts.
We know
And
No,
better.
and
you
the
guys
reason
don't have emotions and wear them like we do, and we're
no,
supposed to
no,
guard
we
our
do have
hearts.
it. We
Have
do have
emotion.
emotions, but there's consequences for us. There's consequences for us acting on our emotions. Y'all, do you know why y'all express your emotions? Because don't nobody say nothing. They say, "Oh, well, you
Bingo.
went through something.
So
This is what's going on." But when a man go through something and he expresses emotions, it don't matter. Nobody cares. They go, "Oh, okay, well, he should be emotionally intelligent." Y'all can
well, you
fly off the
can't. You
handle.
can't.
Men
That's
can't do that.
you can't
Men
Evan,
just
did I
can't
do
do
say
that to
that.
you?
you
I
can't
didn't do
just
that
put
to
a
Evan.
standard on everybody. That's what I learned. You can't put a
No,
standard on. You can't just say everybody because everybody is not the same across the
okay,
board. If we was
98%. My
all if
bad.
we was all the same across the board, God would have made us all the same. We're not the same in this world.
I
So you
know,
can't put
but
a standard on everybody and just say that everybody,
All I know, I
nobody's
like
going to
that girl,
listen.
that woman.
Somebody's out there is wanting to listen to you. It just got to take the right person to listen to you.
But everybody listen to women. That's what y'all not
No, they just
understanding.
don't listen to women. They just
Yes,
don't
they
listen to
do.
women.
No, I
Everybody
listen
take
to
y'all
wisdom.
side.
Well, hold
I
on,
Y'all
listen
hold
to
on,
the
hold on.
Lord.
y'all sitting up here taking up for the girl right now.
Let's elaborate.
I have men in my family, and they'll call me clear as day. I'll listen to them in a heartbeat. I don't care who else will listen to them. I'll listen to them in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a standard on everybody and say nobody's gonna listen to men. Somebody's gonna listen to them. You just gotta pick the right people who's going to listen.
I
Retweet.
hear you saying though, because at the same time, y'all, it's almost like y'all giving an excuse because women are emotional. Women.
Hold on, I'm not giving no
Let me
excuse.
finish.
I'm not
Hold
giving
on,
an
let
excuse.
them
I'm
finish.
saying.
Let them finish. Let them finish, and y'all get your turn.
To me, it's the same thing. When I hear motherfuckers saying, "Well, people from New York are assholes," and then people from New York, "Well, hey, I'm from New York." It just is what it is. It's like, no, you don't get the right to be an asshole because you're from New York, and
Facts.
you get the right to be
Facts.
respect a man just because they are emotional. It can't work like that.
I never said I agree with the girl hitting her. I'm a baby with 5 boys. I know about the whole put my hand on me and shit.
What you
Like I
doing over
said,
there?
you know what I mean? But all I
What you
was
doing?
saying was is that we on the outside looking in. She shouldn't put her hands on that man. It's double standards too because like he said, she's 4'11". She's not the biggest. She in the airport, so she's about to get slapped with the federal charges. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, y'all saying, is it men running around whooping bitches in the airport? Niggas is killing bitches because they ain't answering the motherfucking phone. Niggas is wiping bitches out on Facebook and live and shit. So let's not act like they're not whooping ass in the airport. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what happened before the airport. All we see is the airport. We don't know what happened in the Uber, at the hotel, at the track meet. We
That
don't know
part.
He
nothing. We
fucked
can just tell
somebody else and
everything
she
That
got
part.
mad.
What?
but I'm not saying it's okay for her to hear him or nothing. I'm saying she should keep it to herself. But I'm saying it's always something to it behind the story. But it's not right for her to do it. You feel what I'm saying though? But that's his woman he chose. You know what I mean? But he chose
But
Let's not have a mad
So
black
it's
woman
still his
narrative.
fault.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
It still go back to his fault.
all right, hold on. We talking
Nobody's
over each
saying
other.
that
We
it's
talking
her-
over each other.
it's
Go ahead,
fault.
Jazz. Go ahead, Jazz. What you got to
Nobody's
say?
saying she's not. If you were listening to her, she's not saying that it's his fault. That's not what she was saying. She was saying that yes, she gets it is a double standard. Yes, because she's a woman, so her consequences is not going to be as tough as a man's, of course. But you never know, like she said, what happened behind closed doors. There's people that be in the airport doing that crazy shit all day, every day, but they're not going to show nothing like that because they're not in the limelight like her.
Okay, let's justify it.
There's a girl, like she said, there's people out here that's men out here killing people just because I'm rejecting him because I'm not giving him my number. Like,
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
And there's women
It's
out here that's doing the same thing, stalking men. So there's both parties to blame. Nobody's saying that.
okay.
All right,
That's not in the
let them
masses.
rebuttal. Let them
Okay,
rebuttal.
that's for one. That's not in the masses. But then since y'all saying that's what you don't know what led up to it, let's justify it. Let's create a scenario or a situation that makes it right. So let's pick something that maybe will be okay, that's why she did what she did. Y'all pick the situation. What would make it right for
Kind of
what
like
she
Chris
did?
Brown and Rihanna.
A text message popped up on her phone from another girl.
So that justifies it?
No, nothing justifies it.
No, pick a situation that justifies it.
I don't know. I can't.
There isn't one.
Exactly. So
Okay,
it don't matter what y'all saying
he
because
sexually assaulted her niece.
okay, there you go. Now, did that happen?
That's
We
different.
don't know.
Exactly. But see, the point is to make what she did right. You gotta dig so deep and create a situation so awful. The point is she's wrong. She out of pocket. And if a man was out of pocket, if a man do that, he gone. He up out of there.
said that she was out of pocket.
But how many times does it have to happen?
But you're saying why she's out of pocket. She's going through. You don't know if her daddy died. All it is.
And
I'm gonna make this point. She did just a couple of days ago. She did go on social media and did apologize for her actions and what she did. She apologized to him and said that she loved him. She didn't go into specifics.
I know, but she could have. That's all she could have seen growing up. That could be trauma. I'm not excusing
It's
it, but if that's
always
all
y'all
you
just
know.
keep making shit up for her. This is insanity. It's always a
Exactly.
it ain't that she
No,
ratchet
I'm
and
the
she
same
out
with
of pocket. It's
Glorilla.
just, well, maybe this
Bro,
happened
I
as
was
a
going.
kid.
It
Nah,
goes
nigga.
back.
Because
It
why
goes
she
She
back to
always
the
got to
same
be
thing.
ratchet? They're not making an excuse. They just saying that she may have a background
Okay,
or
can I
maybe
get back to
something
or
she
Danielle?
has seen
Hey,
before, and the only way she
she
know how
may
to handle situations.
that
This
that
ain't
could be
like
an
some shit
option
she just
too.
do all
That
the time.
Hold
well,
on,
that
Red.
could be an
Let her
option. Hold on,
speak. Let
but
her
what
speak,
she
Red.
said, but what she said could be an option, and what I said could be an option too. She could
Okay,
just
two
be
Right.
things
out of
can be
pocket.
true. Two things
Yeah,
can
they
be
both
true.
can be true. But what do you
Okay,
think
all
it
right,
is?
all right,
What
all right. Let her
justify?
speak. Let
My
her
bad.
speak. Two things
Go
could
ahead.
be true. What? Go.
That you can do something wrong and then get hit for it. I'm just kidding. I'm just
that's
kidding.
right.
No, 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 no. Go ahead. Elaborate.
Go ahead.
Elaborate.
They can't make it right, bro.
Hey,
It's not
Jesus
gonna happen.
flipped tables. It says to be.
Nobody's trying to make it right.
Okay, can I use a personal experience? I'm just gonna put it on blast because it's myself, right? So
Okay.
my ex, not gonna say no names, right? But
Yeah.
we
Don't say
got
it.
into we
Don't
got we,
incriminate yourself.
I'm not, but statute of
Too
limitations.
late.
But
Too late.
anyway, me and him was talking about something, right? It was financial. And I kept asking him questions because I had knew he already had did what he did with the finances, right? And I kept asking the man, what I mean, crying, snot, hey, tell me now, blah, 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 blah. And the man kept lying. So cause nigga quit lying to me about
Yeah,
my
quit
hard
lying.
money. So
Why are
what I'm
you
saying is,
lying?
I'm
Mhm.
not saying it's right for me to have done that, but nigga don't take shit from me and don't lie about it when I know. So it was not right for me to smack that nigga, but it was the fact that you kept lying in my face. I gave you access to my cash and you did something wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I didn't call my brothers, but I knew if he would have popped my ass back or did anything when he
Yep.
did it was my fault because I was taught not to put my hands on no man at
Right.
all. But it's the fact that he was lying in my face, you took
Yep.
my shit,
Yep.
and I popped your ass. And I
Yeah.
went to jail and I got out. Because guess
So you
what?
feel it was justified?
Yeah, motherfucker.
So do I. It was justified. Justified.
All I'm saying, I'm using that story to say that I didn't call my brothers like, hey, after he popped my ass back. No, I'm saying because it was
You
at the
would
point
have.
of me
You
kept
would have. You would have.
asking him honestly, and he kept lying to my face. So
But listen,
I smacked
would
him.
have
I'm
called
just
your
keeping
brother.
it
If he had
P.
hit your ass back, you'd have
But he
called his
did hit me back. He did hit me back. He did hit me back, and I didn't call not one of my 5 brothers because I took that L on the chin. I went to jail that night, and I got out the next morning. And
She
shit, it was
handled it like
over.
a boss.
And it was over after that. I went to jail. My first time in jail in 12 years.
Okay, you can
God
call
damn it, and
me.
I went.
Call me and I'll get you.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not justifying her actions. I'm just keeping it real from Shaminsky, from Ski. I smacked him because it was, wasn't what I saw as a kid. It was just you was lying in my face. And you thought you was just gonna keep lying, and I knew you was lying, and I'm tired of crying and snotting with your ass. So
C-Dub. Let me ask C-Dub. C-Dub, you still there, cuz?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, C-Dub. If you Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend and y'all walking through the airport and that shit go down, what do you do?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, she should have put her hands on him. He didn't. It wasn't hard enough for him to retaliate, right? So I mean, he did the right thing by walking away. I probably would have did the same thing. I've never
Okay. She's
put my hands on
little.
the chick. So if she would have probably hit him in the nuts or punched him in the face, he probably would have smacked her ass back.
What would
But
make you
I'm
smack a bitch? What would make you want to smack a bitch? How far would a chick have to take it for you to go ahead and smack her and feel justified? Don't forget, you got to feel justified.
Great question. Great question.
I would never feel
Great question.
justified for hitting her back, but I mean, unless she stabbed me or shot me or some shit like that. But
So if she punched you in the mouth, you not hitting her
if she
back?
punched me in my mouth,
hell yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
a
it's a
probably
wrap. It's OB.
nah. See, you can't hit them back like that. You got to Donkey Kong her ass. Hit her on the top of the motherfucker head,
Thanks.
right?
Boop.
Hit her on the top of the head, a Donkey Kong
Type
punch,
shit.
right in
You're
her
playing
soft
Duck Duck
spot.
Goose?
Yes, all your fist up at the top double right at the top of her head. Now, but I was laughing because I was sitting there listening to everything, and I ain't want to stir the pot up too much, but just
Man,
from
stir
everything
the
that
pot up, man. Do it.
you
Stir
know,
the
because
pot up.
I'm gonna
Do it.
talk shit.
Do it.
You know I'm gonna talk shit. But the reasons why What Red Pill was saying, how the ladies were responding. The thing that popped in my head was this is why we can't have a woman president. They can't control their emotions. They can't. I know that's off topic. It's something totally different, but
Nah, you
it
on
makes
topic,
And
brother.
you
It's on
think
the
the
same.
nigga that's up
It's
in
on the
there now
same.
is? You
You
think the
on
nigga
topic.
that's up in there can run shit?
no. I ain't say he can, but I'm just
Oh,
saying. But
okay.
Can I
Why
say
it's
can
something?
why can a woman run?
I sat there before I punched that man. I thought about that for about 15 minutes because I thought about
and
everything.
you
I
still did
thought
it.
clearly. You know why I
Still
did
did.
it? I did
That's
it because
even
I was
worse.
Right. And you still did it. Premeditated.
It was
I'm not.
exactly.
It's not. I'm
Don't
being
incriminate
real
her. This
here.
isn't even about her.
I'm being honest here, just so you can get. I'm saying I sat back there. I thought about what I had to lose at the time. I'm a paralegal, vices and bondage, so I thought about it, right? But at the end of the day, because I felt like by you sitting going day after day after day after day, knowing that you did this to me, and I'm asking you nicely, sweet, trying to be the girlfriend, and hey baby, woo woo, blah to blah, and you kept playing in my face, like basically saying fuck me. So if it's fuck me, then it's fuck you, and I don't give a fuck who you are. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you. And at the time, I thought
Gang,
about it because
gang.
he was smirking. He was smirking.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
She cut out.
We
You
lost.
on? She muted.
I don't know how, but I'm just saying, I thought about it and I had something to lose. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, I still did it. I got my consequence for it, you know what I mean? And I mean, that was that. But, you know, if I had to go in front of the judge.
You keep muting.
Well, I
Somebody.
still love her and I respect her.
I, um,
That's that
So
sisterhood
we got
shit.
can I
we
say
got two
something?
new people. We got two new people. Bobby Johnson. What's going on?
OG Bobby
What's up?
Johnson.
Yeah, Bobby Johnson in there. What's up, man? And then we got who's in the corner? What's up, my man? What's your name? I can't
I
see
don't
your
know.
name.
It may be me. I don't know.
RJ down there.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
RJ.
What's up,
So
y'all?
RJ, let me ask you something. Let me ask you if you was in the city. I don't know if you seen the video with Sha'Carri Richardson in the airport with her boyfriend. Did you see that?
I did not.
Okay, well, we was talking about the scenario. Basically, what happened is that she got in his face. She was trying to knock his headphones off, his book bag. She kept getting in his face. He was trying to go the opposite direction. And because she was in the airport, you know,
Right.
police officers are present. So people was uncomfortable of the situation, how she was acting. So
Right.
she ended up getting charged with a 4th degree domestic violence charge. So I'm going to ask you, do you think she was justified, or you feel like that shouldn't even have happened?
Nah, first of all, I don't think anything is justified when you put your hands on somebody if they're not taking, you're not protecting yourself or your life, man or female. Honestly, I'll just say this. She didn't even think about herself and her career. This is what this man made a point when he said about emotions. She didn't even think enough about herself and her sponsors and her own career to even realize and don't let nobody trick you out your position. She was so foolish and emotion that she tricked herself out of her own position. And this is why things are so
In
these are
the
why things are
airport,
so
man.
right. But these are why things are so important. That's why you gotta have emotional intelligence. You have to know when and where to do what. That wasn't a life-threatening situation. It wasn't even a deep situation for her to lose millions of dollars in sponsorship, right? But then not only that,
Threatening
some
situation at all, right?
right. But sometimes we can be so selfish. We think it's all about us. Now she don't realize how many black girls looked up to her and wanted to run track because of her and wanted to believe in her, that was rooting for her. Even some of us, you know what I'm saying? I was a fan of her. I'm watching her.
Me
But
too. I'm a
now
fan of hers too.
after you know, even after the TAC situation, I'm like, you know, everybody young, everybody this thing, it ain't no performance enhancing. So, you know, give her a break. But then this is when self-destruction comes into play. We think that we have the right to do something because our emotions, somebody touched our emotions in a way that was uncomfortable. And it's really devastating when it's a black woman and a black man doing it, because we are already so dysfunctional as a unit and as a pair right now in today's society. Look at us right here on this, right here, right now in this chat. We have some of our black women feeling justified by doing some of the actions, and we have some of the men saying like, "Nah, we don't do that," right? Because it'll never be equal for us to put our hands back on her. It'll never be justified, like my man said. So when we come in the play of that, we have to realize, is this person really worth my emotions and my dysfunction and then my despise, right? She was a world top athlete, Olympic gold medal, and now she's known as a girl that was fighting in the airport. They always looking for a way to take her down. See, this is what I'm saying. You work so hard, so many years to get there, and then you lose it over 5 to 10 minutes. Self-destruction is, people don't understand that it's not the person, it's you. You have a self-destruction button inside of you. And when somebody touch it, then you self-destruct. And then you want to look around and say, because of this, no circumstances is worth it. If your kid's not in danger or you're not in danger, then it's always an option to walk away.
I agree. That's a great
point.
That's a great point, man. That's a great point. Anybody wanna piggyback off of that or no?
I got a question for Bobby Johnson. What is your limit, Bob? What does it take for you to smack a bitch? What does a bitch got to do for you to go upside her shit?
This should be fun. This should be fun.
Well, that
wear a Bills shirt.
That's a good question because EK, I remember a time where him and we were both in high school, and he probably remembers the story, or shortly after high school, I'll say. Yeah, there was this girl, she was dating one of our boys, and I don't know, I don't even remember how it happened, but I said something, and she swung on me like 5 times and missed because I kept ducking. And then she landed one in my face. And she was already belligerent up leading to that point. So I just took her to the ground and restrained her. And her boyfriend was there at the time. And I said, will you get control of your girl? And she was like, are you going to do something about this motherfucker right here? And he said, you were the one that, assaulted him. And that was the only time that happened. But as far as, I don't know, man, I got a long wick, but at the same time, I'm like, you don't want to poke the bear so many times, but my mom always told me, don't put your hands on a woman. But I'll be honest with you. If I was with my wife and let's say a group of girls tried jumping her, I would land blows. But as far as I would too. As far as myself, I would probably take a lot of blows, probably try to restrain or push them away, or try to. If there's a police officer, I would try to call their attention to it before I would get physical. But sometimes there's a life or death or threatening a family member or something like that. Sometimes, man, that, it is what it is. And you just can't stand there and let shit happen.
NOOZ. We're going to ask you the same question.
Evan.
I'm telling you right now, nigga, if I come home and my arroz con pollo ain't warm.
He is lying.
I hope so.
The homie Ike up there.
Ike and Tina
He's
Turner.
the most respectful dude I know.
But I want to say something though.
Go ahead.
I didn't hit my ex because I was in my emotions. He took something from me. When you steal from me, I know people getting dropped off for less than that. Okay, so it wasn't like, it was a girl on the text, because I ain't worried about a bitch. Never had, never will be. It was never nothing like that. I'm taking care of the household, and you took from my bank account, and you lied about it, and you kept lying. So you're gonna keep lying in my face. You're gonna get your ass handled to you, because I don't got time to call my brother. Because
cold chicken is disrespect. Fuck all that.
So that's what I'm saying.
I was definitely
cold chicken.
It was not a text message. It was not a bitch. It was not.
I hear you. I hear you.
Text message. It was him taking something out of my bank account. So yeah, that's how he got popped.
Yep.
But see that almost say.
And I feel justified by that, y'all. I feel justified by that because I'm hungry.
But see, that's not right, because if a man taking care of the crib and a girl steal from him, can he hit it?
But listen, I listen.
No,
No,
I
you're
had.
out of the goddamn
answer the
time.
question.
Hey,
They're
well,
gonna call
honestly,
him an
I'm
animal.
gonna
They're
answer.
gonna call him
One
an
person
animal.
talk. One person talk.
Let me
Hold
answer.
on, answer the question.
Well, honestly, like I said, I'm the baby of 5 boys, right? So my daddy taught me what to do. He told me, hey, Shamisky, when you decide to put your hands on that man, baby girl, you gotta accept what come with that. So it gotta be to his integrity how he was raised. I know my brother, depending on how much he stole, if he stole in the thousands, he might smack her up. I'm not gonna lie, because he gave you access. It's distrust when you could just ask for it, and then you gonna lie on my face. Like, that's a little much for me. So I mean, I'm just
So
saying,
it,
look, you got a sister, call her, whoop her ass. If you don't, just shit, I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Call your sister to whoop a bitch ass.
Wait, what's
I
her
don't know.
name? I like her. Who's the girl with black? The
That's
lady with black
ski.
eyes.
That's ski. That's ski.
Ski is. I'm
I'm
team
just keeping it
Ski.
real, y'all. I'm not trying to like sugarcoat nothing. I'm not trying to, be like, oh, women victims. No, because women sometimes be over aggressive. Like, if that man wouldn't have took nothing from me, I would have never put my hands on that man. But it's the
Hey
fact that you
Chance,
kept lying.
how many niggas you done knocked out?
crickets.
Trey
Shit.
said no comment.
Chance, wake up, baby.
I don't think she with us. I don't think she with us. Well, let's add Proverbs 31. What was the situation that you was in? Have you ever put your hands on a man?
Kirsten. She out too?
No.
I thought she was. I thought she was just with
hello?
us.
Hello. Wait, hold on.
Okay. All right. We'll go. We'll go.
Wait,
go
did you
back
ask me?
to. Go ahead.
Did you ask me?
Yep. We was asking you. Have you ever put your hands on a man? And what?
Absolutely not. No. Every guy I dated was bigger than me. No way.
So you hit a little nigga then, huh?
Actually, I dated somebody that was 5'4".
You said every nigga was bigger than you.
Yeah.
Well, in other ways.
But you didn't whoop him.
I'm 5'5".
But you didn't put your hands on a 5'4" dude either.
He respected me more than any of them.
He got
It was Evan Freeman. No, he was so respectful. Very respectful. If you have respect and like do things. Now, somebody did take $800. He said he was going to flip it. He didn't flip it. And I got mad, but I didn't touch him because I was scared to touch him.
That's good. That's
why, though? Why? Tell us why you were scared to touch him, though.
He's a big dude from Benton Harbor. I don't mess with people.
So basically, you was using your smarts. You was like, nah, I can't take him down. But if he was smaller than you, would you put your hands on him?
No, because my dad, no. Like, even my dad, I'm scared of my dad. Like, it's a respect thing. If he respects me, respect is given.
Well, y'all got some good dads. I'm telling y'all, they raised y'all right, straight up. Because I mean, there shouldn't be no way that you should put your hands on anybody. But I understand what you're saying, Ski. If somebody steals something from me, yeah, he gonna get the wrath of fury.
Well, but I'm taking
it's totally different if it was a woman stealing from me, because like really I can't put my hands on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it was a dude,
hold on, my man. Let me ask you this. But stealing is stealing, though, right?
It is.
Okay, so this is where we go back into that. I guess the topic is the double standards.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but we don't live in Nicaragua.
But check this out. So Ray Rice, right? He was trying to restrain himself, and the lady spit in his face. But then he lost his whole life and his career because he reacted, right?
That's true. So
this is what we're saying about the comfort zone, and where America has allowed our women to be able to express themselves the way they want to express it, to where they feel comfortable in their emotions and reacting in a way that is detrimental to everything that's around them.
Okay, but
Because
Skeet was different. Like Skeet's not
But that's my
a
thing.
narcissist.
My brother was 1,005 miles away. I was in Houston with my uppity ass family who wasn't gonna do nothing but call the attorney general. Nigga, I've been taking care of the household. Nigga, my brother's gonna take 8 hours or a 2-hour flight to get there. No, I just bopped your ass because that's what the fuck they was gonna come do. And they don't
right.
need to get in my business. So I just handled it face. We was arguing, tussling. You hit back and I took it and went to jail. Shit. I'm taking action for my 5 brothers that didn't have to get on the plane. That's what they was gonna do.
Hold on, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you get your money back after
I
the bop?
actually did. Yeah, I did.
He gave you the money after you bopped him?
Yeah, he did actually.
So you couldn't got your money back without the bop?
I couldn't because he was lying about it. No, because he was gonna continue to lie about it. Like he lied about it for weeks.
So the bop made him tell the truth?
Yeah.
No, some people,
She's saying
all they know is trauma, and he might have to get hit to wake up.
She hit him so hard he gave the money back.
I mean,
what you had, one of them walk-em-all sticks?
No, I had a right.
Oh damn! He got to get bopped upside the head.
Nope, she did an uppercut.
Why couldn't you? You don't think you ever heard
TKO?
You get more sugar.
You get more. It's actually you get more bees with honey than vinegar. And I did that for weeks. And you kept playing with me, bro. Like you know about it. But I worked hard for my money. I run a small business. I was working at one of the toughest fucking law firms in Houston at the time. I had a caseload through the roof. You ain't doing nothing. I'm carrying our weight, and you still, you know what I mean? So bitch, quit lying.
Why do you have to keep explaining yourself?
No,
I don't think she needs to keep explaining herself. I think we're done with
it. I don't think the fact that she needs to keep explaining it because the end result was the end result.
Yeah, I put my hands on him. I apologize because I felt bad. You know why I apologize? Because I should have, me personally, I thought about what I had to lose, right? But at the time, it didn't matter. But at the time, when I got home and I got my money a couple days later, it was the fact that it took me to have to confront you about it for you to even be a man enough to say you took it and replace it. So it was really my shortcomings because I shouldn't have, just chalked it up. But hey, I'm just being real that it happened. So that's what the point I was making. It happens. Yeah, that's the point I was making.
But I think when you cut people out of your life, it hurts them way more than anything else. Because in order for him to steal that, did it, and you were still able to move on and keep going on, still living. It's part of the game. Love is part of the game, right? Lies is part of love. So people hurt people's emotions all the time, and when you allow somebody to be able to hurt your emotions like that, that's going to take you off the deep end. Men kill women all the time from getting their heart broke. What I'm saying is, in that atmosphere, you have to look at the person you're dealing with, and if this the person is capability of stealing this money from you, then that person is capable of doing a lot more things that is more dangerous than just stealing money. It's a characteristic problem. So that is a better option for you to say, you know what, this is a clear sign that I don't need to be with this person. Because look, thank God it turned out the way it did, but what happened if it flipped the other way? Then it would have been trying to be justified that he was defending himself. I'm just saying opportunities don't always go the way that we see them in the heat of a moment. If it goes left.
Is she still with the guy?
Hell nah.
No. But I'm just saying, if it goes left, you know what I'm saying? We not hearing their story.
That would have been a motherfucking problem.
And that's the case for a lot of women. That's the case for a lot of people.
All right. Well, we gonna end it on that note right there because we almost on an hour for that time.
What? This is good. Keep going.
I know. I want to, but we got other topics we need to discuss too.
To be continued.
What's up, Ski?
So our next topic I would like to bring up. Shit. NOOZ, help me out on this one. Where should we go first?
Well, shit. I guess I want to go to the Carmen Jaycee comments. The Carmen Jaycee. I don't know if y'all know who Carmen Jaycee is, but she's the lady in the back right there in the background. She got a show I call her like a diet Candace Owens almost, where she does a lot of stuff where she puts a mirror up in front of the black community to let them know, hey, this is what y'all look like and this is how y'all acting. So y'all need, y'all kind of need to chill out with some of the shit y'all doing, right? Like she had a video the other day where she was posting mothers and their kids, and the mothers was taking their kids with them shoplifting and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It was wild shit. It was video after video of these kids shoplifting and having the mother being with them and all this shit. But this one video, she talked about how black women black women are very educated, but they're not that educated because their kids can't even read, right? And so we wanted to talk about that. And I know it's a touchy subject, especially for black women in general, but I thought it was a good topic because, I mean, the facts are the facts. Like, there's a lot of kids that can't read. And I know, like you said, black women do have, I guess they go to, have the most degrees or whatever out of all the women in the country. But there's also other things that don't go well with, like, I mean, they're educated, but they also have like the highest rate when it comes to like being evicted and shit like that. So it looks good, but it's not that good. And so I wanted to kind of touch on that topic.
Yeah, 'cause basically what she was saying is that she said it's a myth that black women are the smartest in the country. She said because they can't be the smartest in the country because if their kids are illiterate most of the time, they can't be.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
She went in. She went in.
No.
She went in.
No.
She
That's
went
disrespectful. No.
Well, speak on it. What you
No,
got to
because
say?
I've had black women, I'll start crying, that have given me so much wisdom. So that comment is a lie. And I like, what about the children? You can only wear so many freaking hats. The men are taken out of the house. It's all a setup. It's been through legislation. It's all premeditated by the enemy. It's division. It's taking the man out of the house. And I'm sorry to the black women that have to deal with all the stuff, and they're pulled in every single direction and nobody has their back. And I'm sick of it.
Nah, that's not true. Because a lot of women actually have. I mean, you got a lot of women that just take up for women, even though they.
No, I actually know the women.
First of all, black
Let me finish
black
though.
women
Let
are the
me
smartest.
just.
Let them
Are
finish,
the
and
most
then
educated
you could rebuttal.
women. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Let me just say this. A lot of black women are just a product of what their choices, and that they don't have to. There's certain things that they do that they don't have to do. They choose to do these things that are going to set them back, and that they have to actually answer for. And then when they held to the fire, when they feet held to the fire, they don't want to take accountability for the decisions that they made on their own.
Who's
I.e.,
they?
the black women. I'm saying black women are not.
What are
They're
some of
not
those
held.
things, sir?
They're not held
Which black
accountable.
women are you talking about?
I'm talking about all the black women that's complaining about the condition that they in.
So okay, so
Which is a bunch of them.
Okay, so this.
Go ahead. You can respond. Go ahead, Ski.
Okay, so I like the clip of the Carmen chick. I like it. I like the fact that she's showing us, the reflectionary of, behavior, right? But also, I think it's an age group, it's a generation thing. I don't think it's really just like a generalized woman thing, black woman thing. I think it's a age thing because I'm 43 and I know for sure my daughter was in the first grade reading on the fourth grade reading level, and my daughter could tell anybody that I made her study outside of school, and my daughter probably knows a lot about everything that she needs to know at 25, probably a little more than that, because I taught her outside of school because I'm her first teacher. So I think that it's not all black women. I think it's a lot, and I'm with him by saying that it's some of their choices they make, and by having multiple kids with no education, no trade, no skill, no plan. So I will give the fault to the women in the sense of, making their bed hard and have to lie in it, no fathers, no husbands with all the children, no education, sis, you can't have 5 kids with a 6th grade education or just a 12th grade education with no trade or no skill or just being cute. So okay. I do fault women for that a little bit, right? But
okay, but can we look at why they got there? I was a caseworker. Okay, go ahead.
No, because he was because what he was saying was real about women, though, right? Sometimes we do make our bed hard. Because I only have 1 kid, and I made sure I only had 1 because I ain't never been married. So my daughter be 26 next Wednesday, and I only have been pregnant 1 time. So I've made the choice to stay on birth control. You know what I mean? Because I don't want any more kids, especially not married. So we do make our bed hard. We lie in it, but I think it's a generational thing. I think it's a lot of younger mothers who are, trying to be the kids' friends, really not ready to be a parent, not ready to be patient and shit like that. I think it's like he said, it's a product of environment a little bit, but it's also the choices because it's a lot of avenues now to pull yourself up on the bootstraps, to get some training, to get some skills, shit like that. So, but last thing I'm gonna say is, where's the daddies at though? Because the mothers, you know, are they in the house, right? But a lot of them women in the house with men who got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 16 chilling across the country, ain't got but $50 to give her. You know what I mean? Promise the kids shit. She got to tend to the kids. Not saying it's an excuse, but I'm saying like women are weighed down. But sometimes a lot of those choices that got them weighed down, they made on their own.
I want to hear from Bobby Johnson. What you got? What you got to say about this matter, man? I know we was talking about this earlier before we came on the show.
I really don't know a whole lot about that particular person. She kind of sounds like a wannabe Candace Owens or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like you're kind of being stereotypical, because it's like, I don't think you can label everybody as a whole. I mean, because like, there's a lot of, I know there's a lot of people that, you know, just they're not responsible, but at the same time, like my grandmother, she raised me. She was a teacher and a head guidance counselor, and she did it. She ran the shit, her household. She was also a deacon. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to understand a black woman not being responsible, but I know they are out there.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I kind of held black women to a higher standard, because like I know how my grandma was, my black grandma. She was the one that raised me, and I don't know. I envision always like a black woman to be responsible and hold the fort like her. But
you get to look at the circumstances.
What about you, RJ? I know it looks like you got something to say too.
I agree with both statements from the OG, from the young lady and the other brother. I'm from Nap, and I grew up in a project with single mothers, and I seen single mothers just hold it down. And you know, we was in a poorly neighborhood, but I seen black women hold it down. And I just think the women of today, I do believe they are still a product of their environment, because some of them probably grew up with drug addicts, alcoholics.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Go in depth when you say hold it down. Can you go into depth what you mean by that?
Was able to, they cooked, right? So you had food. We shared clothes, right? So we had clothes, but we had the necessities, but the training was there, right? A lot of kids doesn't have training. They're not being raised. Like today, society, women have financial, but they're not raising their kids. They're providing, but they're not raising. Back then, women raised their kids.
That's a great point. Man, that's a great point.
Back then, the neighbors would check you, and they would let your mama know, and you had a respectable fear of your mom, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that you always did what you're supposed to, not saying we was perfect, but you had that respectable fear, and you knew not to be seen doing nothing wrong. These kids don't care about that, because they're not being raised. They're just being provided for, because the women don't have time, because they still want to live their life. I knew where I grew up at, them women was women. They was past their time. They wasn't trying to be 20 again. They was growing on with the time, even if they had to work 2 or 3 jobs. So I'm not blaming the black women for having multiple kids, but yet at what time are you realizing that you are your own destruction and not looking for the system to take care of you? So when you being called out about that, I think it was something on Facebook a couple years ago when a dude had brought his son some food, and she wasn't gonna let the dude feed his kids because he didn't bring the rest of the kids no food. Like, that's not my responsibility no more. I probably did that while we was dating, but now I got 1 kid to worry about. I don't have to worry about your other kids. Get your other baby daddies, right?
Yes.
But you laid there and allowed these men to, you know what I'm saying, come in. You know, everybody know exactly how to make a baby.
But that's what happens when you're the last man to date that woman. She felt like you're supposed to continue to do not only for your kids, but the kids that's in her household too. And it's like, no,
But you decided to ejaculate. Why is it on the woman
Right. No.
that it was a warm, wet
What
place? You
well the
did it.
thing but the thing was he was taking care of his kid. He don't have to take care of them other kids. Them are them other guys' responsibilities. Now, if I choose to, that
No.
is a choice.
Yeah, there's men that choose to. Then they get in their feelings, and then they're like, "I'm not doing it anymore." Like, you keep
Okay.
switching.
I have the right to that. Yeah, like that's my right. I don't have to keep doing that.
I know, but that's not fair for the kids because that's their decision that you're getting emotional.
So hold on. Are you? My bad.
Go ahead,
Let me just get clarification on what she's saying. Are you saying even when me and you break up, that when I was taking care of your kids when we was together, that even when we break up, I'm still responsible for your kids?
Oh, no guy has ever, even my kids' biological dads have taken care of their kids.
No.
No. I'm saying
I'm talking about emotionally. You invested.
No, yes
in
or
their
no
life.
question. Yes or no.
No. Yeah, I'm saying
financially.
Yeah, I'm saying like I bring my kids some food, and I dated you, and you had 2 other kids.
Oh no,
and I bring my kids some food.
No, because I take care of my kids regardless. Nobody has to feed my kids.
Okay, so I can bring my son some food, and then your kids, I don't got to worry about that, right?
Correct. Yes, and my kids are so picky.
Okay,
that
I
they
just
would
making
not
sure.
want your food.
Right.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
There's the mother on here. I want to hear what she got to say about everything. Yes. Chaz, you there?
You there?
You
All right, we'll move on. What about you, C? Will? We ain't heard from you, Ev. We ain't heard from you, fam. What you think?
I'm leaving this one alone, boss. I'm leaving this one alone, and I'll leave that for the women, man.
No, don't leave it alone. We gotta hear your insight, man. You ain't got nothing to say on this one.
Yes, he does.
Nah, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. I'm leave that for y'all, for the ladies to take care of that topic.
What was the? Can you repeat the question again, please? I couldn't hear.
NOOZ, give her the question. We lost him too.
Oh my gosh.
He looked froze.
We losing everybody. Okay. So we was basically talking about, he was asking if he brings food for his kids and the other kids in the house is not his, is he wrong for not doing that? Is he wrong or is he right for doing that?
He's wrong.
What the fuck?
Why you say he's wrong? Why you say he's wrong, Bobby?
Because the kids have nothing to do with the fact that the guy's a piece of shit or that girl's a piece of shit.
Yeah, the mama. It ain't the dude.
But neither do he. So he's not wrong because he has a
Is
choice.
he wrong? No, but I mean, it's like
you just said yeah.
No, it's a respect thing. You're bringing food for somebody.
I see what he's saying, but I see what he's saying though. He basically saying, you know what I'm saying? If you got a good heart and you a real man, you would do it anyway.
Fuck,
big brother. Hold on.
What the fuck is y'all talking about? Bro, you not finna just jump in here and
let him lose. Go ahead.
Hold on. Nigga, you not finna jump in here and just make your moral, you should just feel bad if you feed your kid and then your kid can't eat. Where that dusty ass nigga that you fucked before me? Hold on, let me say this. Where that dusty ass nigga that don't feed this motherfucker ever? Matter of fact, the other 2 niggas, because basically I probably signed up for some bullshit that I shouldn't have signed up for, which is you +3 +2.
You know what?
You feel me? Which is that nigga. So now I done gave you a baby. Cool. Hey, that's my son. That's Leroy. Leroy, come here. I got you right here. You got Jordans. You got PlayStation 5. You got all this shit. And guess what? Go to your room and tell your fucking siblings. This is a lesson for life right here. I'm teaching. No. I'm teaching a lesson.
Hey, look, Red.
Your mama
fucking PlayStation with 1 controller.
No,
you said what?
I bought the PlayStation with 1 controller. So
1 controller. And if you share with him, I'll come and snatch the fucking thing out the back of that bitch.
For that one though.
I hear a woman trying to get through.
Go ahead,
Ski. Say something.
Let me just say something though, right? I get all that, right? You're not the father, you know, where's his shitty ass daddy at, you know? And no, they're not wrong per se because they're not their kids, right? And they're not wrong because they don't have to, but it's just a thing called just some empathy. You feel me? And y'all know them daddies is shitty. Y'all know they shitty. It's y'all kids, your daughter or your brother's sibling, god damn it. And you want to sit there and let your motherfucking child ridicule and have one up on his sibling so they can have a rivalry because that's why that shit starts by them motherfuckers saying, oh, your daddy wasn't there, your daddy do shit. So that causes a rip between the sisters and the brothers. And that shit's not cool. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
fault
So
it
I'm
is?
not saying you gotta come through with the J's for little junior or nothing. But if you gonna feed a motherfucker, feed all them motherfucking kids, nigga.
Hell
I'm
no.
feeding kids that
But
ain't even mine.
it,
At the
it
Get
center
might
some
of
be a
Little
problem.
Caesars.
come on,
Get
bro.
You
Little
are
Caesars.
enabling.
It might be
You
a
are
problem.
enabling irresponsible vagina right now.
Go ahead and say it might be a problem, but
Why?
the
Why is it
problem
on the
started
woman?
from the mother.
Because
The problem
she
started from
fucked
the
two
mother.
losers before she met a real nigga. Now that I take care of my kids, I'm not obligated to take care of your
He was
kids.
a con
You do
artist.
not. You
He was
do not.
mad
Dude,
cute.
I
that
am
is
not your
also a good point.
scapegoat, ma'am. I am not your
Maybe that nigga
motherfucking
played her. Maybe
project.
that nigga played her like he was a real boss ass nigga because niggas talk that boss shit, but
Well,
handshake
guess
don't let
what?
they
You got
fucking
played.
No,
mouth.
Just
you
like the
Niggas
knew.
nigga,
You
gotta
signed
get
just
up
like
for
the
it.
played.
homies that
You
get played.
signed up
When a
for it.
nigga get
Pro
played, that's
bono.
what it is. When a nigga
Pro
get played,
bono.
he get extorted. It's called child support. He get extorted. So now if I want to come over here and handle my responsibility, which is my child, not your lineage. I don't know
Oh,
Tyrone and
that's
Kevin.
being cut.
Nigga, this
Them is
me.
No,
your
where's
kids. Them is
Leroy?
your kids'
Where's Leroy?
siblings, though.
Wherever your
That
Maddie
Hold on,
man.
cook
Ski.
Let
tonight.
them come
Ooh,
in.
Hold
wait.
on,
What you
Ski.
cooking? Stew over
Hold on,
there?
Kirsten. Hold on, Ski. Hold on, Kirsten. Hold on.
That's
I
the
want you to bring that
Chiefs.
Tiz back. Tiz, what you got on this, man?
What she say? She said something good.
I was just, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So, as a single mother with multiple children, I would never expect one of my child's father to feed all of my kids, but that's how my children's fathers are. If they buy food for, they just gonna buy for the household just off the street. I've never asked for that. That's just how they are because they know the
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
But I
So,
don't think, but I
my bad.
never
I
put the
sneezed.
responsibility on them. I never asked for it. I don't think that's their responsibility. And now, if they did choose to bring their child some food, and I figure out how to feed. I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm in a position to. But if I wasn't and I wasn't able to, you got to take them kids with you. Y'all can go. You can take them somewhere or whatever. But I'm not gonna allow my one of my children to have fucking Chick-fil-A and my other kids are sitting in front of them eating fucking ramen noodles. Like I'm not doing that. I don't
Yeah.
mind if you want to come and get them and
Yep.
take them somewhere. You can take them to your house and feed them or whatever. Cool. Like that's fine. But like Ski was saying, like that causes a rift between the kids and makes them feel some type of way as children. Not saying, but as far as it being his responsibility or he should do it, I don't think that he should because they're not his kids. He doesn't
Well,
have to. He's not obligated to them.
I got a question. I got a question. So let's flip let's reverse it. Say the man was taking care of three kids by three different baby mamas, right? And you come and you getting ready to bring your kid some food. Are you going
I'm
back?
bringing all them food.
I'm bringing all the kids' food.
Yeah,
Goddamn, I'm a
all the
You
woman.
kids.
bring all the
All the
kids
kids and
food?
the friends too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm bringing all the
I'm
kids'
getting Little
food. What?
Caesars. I'm getting
But
Little Caesars.
Awesome.
this is the thing, and I agree with the young lady that spoke up. It's not. I don't want his manhood to be challenged because he didn't do that. That doesn't make him less of a man because he did that. Now, if he want to do it, that's up to him. And if he had a good heart, that's up to him. But like she said, I don't feel like that's his responsibility, and he don't lose credit if he don't do it. Like he don't lose credit for being a good man and being a good father because he chose not to do that.
He
He
cooking
has the
food.
right
My
to do
baby
that.
daddy has 4
He,
different baby mamas.
but he has to. But at the end of the day, he still has the right to do that. Just like you had the right to make all them kids by different men, he has the right to choose what he want to do too.
Hey,
Right?
why are you calling me out,
Man,
Robert?
you
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not
man.
talking to you in
Woo.
general. I'm just speaking. I'm
I've
speaking in
known
general.
Robert since I was
You
So,
little.
cooking over there too.
okay. But
Man,
what I'm saying to
you
you
So
is,
cooking
got
over
it.
there.
I don't think you should down that man or that man should be less of a man or even challenge his morals because morally he is taking care of his kid. his kid is in need, he providing for his kid. Now,
I
if he wants to
agree.
do that,
I want to go back to what RJ said earlier though when he was talking about because Ches. I wanted Ches to jump on that. She had went missing, but he was saying earlier about like when it comes to women today and women of yesterday, how I don't want to twist your words, but you said it eloquently where you were saying that they're not really raising the kids, but they're providing. Is that what
Let
you're
them
saying?
rephrase it. Let them rephrase
correct.
it. What,
I
you
said
remember
that.
what you said?
Yeah,
I
I
came
just
in
said
on
that
it.
in today's society, these women provide, but they don't raise. We grew up in a generation where women raised their kids. Your mama raised you, and she provided for you, but she raised you first. She didn't provide for you, and then let society raise you because she was too busy to raise you. And that goes back to like she said what she said, and she meant what she said, right?
Okay, but now
So
we
we
have
grew up in a
boundary
generation
problems.
to say, hey, we don't.
Now
Well, that's
women are
because
trying to treat the men like they're the husband because the man's been pulled out of the house and there's some awkward, dysfunctional trauma bonding going
man, look,
on.
mama. Everybody grew up with stepdaddies back in the day. Mama found the boyfriend, but that her words still stood.
Well, I don't bring men around my kids.
Why not?
Every case is not for everybody. So this is why we're having the conversation.
Why not?
Right, it's circumstantial.
I have a question. Why do women want their like, especially if they have boys, but they want them to have male role models, but they don't bring men that they're dealing with around their kids?
Because they know in their heart that the nigga they fucking ain't shit.
Bingo.
I can tell you why me personally why I don't bring men around my kids because they've already experienced a divorce and they've already lost
that
a
part.
man that they felt like was important in their life. So until I feel like it's gonna be something long term and this person is gonna be around for the long haul,
So
then they can come
But
around
why
and
would you fuck somebody that you didn't think that
Wait,
was
who's
gonna
doing
happen?
that? I'm a saved
who
woman.
said
I don't do any of that.
But hold on,
who
quit
said we
acting
was
like
fucking?
motherfuckers don't fuck people to them.
You
Now,
don't have to fuck
hold it,
everybody you talk to.
hold it. Let's quit acting like motherfuckers don't have sex and engage with people we don't know they full goddamn scope of life and future and 3-year plan and shit.
No, I'm talking
Like,
about
let's quit acting like that
I'm
now.
talking about
You're
women
not
with
asking about the
kids.
3-year plan on the
I'm
first
talking
day.
about women with kids. I'm talking about women with kids. I'm not talking about. It's a whole different. I'm talking about women.
With kids.
Women. Why do y'all fuck people that you don't trust to be around your kids? That's a character
I don't
flaw.
know anything about
No.
that. I have dated and been out and gone places to get to know a person. Doesn't mean I was fucking them. I just
There you
didn't
Uh,
go.
know if it was gonna go into a full blown relationship. We're not in a
Right.
so
relationship. We
did you
just
pay?
talking
Did
and
you
getting
pay
to
on the
know each
date?
other.
Did you pay your half on the date or did he pay?
There is no half on the date. He's paying for it.
Exactly. So you just ran around and used niggas for their money.
What?
That's what.
Who
See,
is
no,
this
no, no,
nigga?
no, no. Hold
Do
on.
he
It
know
gets
me?
deep
let them
now.
finish. Hold on,
Nah, I'm
let them
saying nah.
finish. Let them
This
finish.
Wait,
is what
are you talking to
most
her like that?
women. No, no. I'm
No,
saying if
I'm
y'all
talking
saying
about
y'all,
my
hold on.
my
If y'all saying
situation.
y'all
I
not
don't know
fucking,
how to use
because
a
hold
nigga
on,
Hold
for
on, let
my
them
money.
finish, and y'all can
my
rebut.
argument,
Y'all
my
can
argument
Quit
rebut.
was
boxing
Y'all can
gloves.
rebut.
my
No, but you
argument
can't
was
say that to
yeah
me
my
specifically. That's your general
no,
statement.
not you. I mean, but well, I am gonna say you because you the one said that you're not
Yeah, but
fucking
I'm
nobody.
not
But they,
using nobody, so you can't say me.
but well, basically, what you saying is you're taking a man's money, but you don't trust him enough to know that if that he can be around your kids. So basically, you're taking this man money and you still vetting him.
His
But at the end of the
Well,
$10
day,
for
first of
but
all,
Taco
you're
hold on,
not
Bell?
giving me any
let me
money.
Hold
You're
finish.
on,
just
hold
Let me
on. Let
just
them
buying me
finish
finish.
what I'm
somewhere.
saying.
Rebuttal.
Let me
Let
just
them
finish
finish.
what I'm saying. If you determine after $3,500, after $1,500, after 500, whatever the amount is that he spent on you,
Wait, who has their
oh well,
weight up
you
like that?
can I finish what I'm saying?
Yes,
Let
sir.
them finish. Let them finish.
Jesus Christ. All I'm saying is the man is in this. You're not fucking him. So he's not winning because this is the goal. When we ask for your number, the goal is to get that ass. So what I'm telling you is I'll go on a date with you. So he taking you there, giving you all these experiences, and then you can just wake up one day and be like, nah, you know what? I ain't really feeling this. And he gets nothing out of the deal.
Oh, wait a minute.
Nothing.
Hold on.
Isn't that the
What
risk
does
of
he get
dating?
out of the deal? He
First of
didn't,
all,
but he didn't
Now,
spend
let him
all
hold
that
on,
let him
bread.
hold
respond.
on,
Let
hold
him
on.
But
respond
that's
real
money
quick.
that I never asked this man to spend. He said,
Exactly.
I
There we
want to
go.
see you. I want to spend time with you. This is where I want to take you. And this is where we're going at this time.
Yep.
Okay, cool. While we're
Yep.
at that place, we're talking, we having conversation, and we're getting to know each other. I ain't know,
Yep.
oh, you got to take me to Peterson's and Ruth Chris and Sullivan's. It ain't none of that.
But
So there
when
ain't
you
no
know that you're not,
$1,500, $3,000
Come
involved.
on,
But
say it,
this
bro,
is
because I know
what
where you're going.
dating is. Is there a new way to date and get to know someone that I don't know them?
Yes, yes.
when
Go
you
on
when
free.
Hold on.
My
but
I just
bad.
want to say this
but
real
when
quick,
you know
though.
that you
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. I will say women don't bring men around their kids because have y'all watched the news lately? Motherfuckers been fucking people kids, been raping them, been plotting on them, been taking pictures of them. You know what I'm saying? So women keep men at bay for a lot more than that, and they date outside the home and don't let you in because
Red
niggas do
said,
all
Ski,
kind of shit.
you right, Ski, but like Red said, why are you fucking that man?
But you don't know. Listen, come on
But
now.
we
Y'all,
wasn't talking
hold on,
about
time out.
fucking.
Hold on, you don't know if niggas is pedophiles or not. You gotta get that. I mean, it's a process to this shit. You ain't getting no
That's what
PI when
we
you
saying.
dating a
That's
motherfucker.
what
You
we
ain't paying
saying.
nobody no
That's
$1,000
what
to
we
run nobody's
saying.
background.
Right, but if you
Nobody's
don't date
denying that, but
and
that's what he's
get
But
to
trying to
you
spend
say.
don't.
time with them,
No,
how the
but you
fuck do you know
Listen,
if they
no.
are this type of person? You
listen,
have
well
to get
this
to know
this
the
is
nigga.
this is the
listen.
this
But
is
look,
the
What she
this is
said.
the thing.
There's a
This is the thing.
process. There's a
This is the thing.
process. There's a
Y'all
process.
women
There's
in
a
today's
process.
generation,
And y'all skipping the
y'all don't court no
process.
more.
Y'all skipping the process.
Yeah,
That's
people
the
don't court no
problem.
more.
Thank you.
Y'all don't take y'all time to really get to know somebody. No,
You
Amen.
don't have the Holy
hold
Spirit
on,
in
let me
you.
finish.
Where's the Holy
Y'all don't
Spirit?
take y'all time. Y'all don't take y'all time to get to know this individual and hang out with this individual and do real things with these people. No,
Who,
Amen.
Robert?
it's more of a party life. It's more like you said,
Amen.
it's more where we going, what we doing, and
Amen.
all that. But y'all don't spend time and
No,
have
because
an
you're not
intellect.
talking to P31s.
Hold on, but y'all not having an intellectual conversation with these individuals and watching
Ooh,
what they do throughout the
hallelujah.
day. Right?
Hallelujah.
When you talk to this man, is this man at work? Where this man at? If he always outside in the street, then you already know what he's doing. And then, but at that time, it's soothing to
That's
your
true.
ego,
That's
Why do
true.
y'all
right?
believe that these
but
conversations aren't being had or these
Hold on.
Let
What
observations
them,
I'm
aren't
let
saying
them
being
is,
made?
finish.
no,
Let
what
them
I'm
finish.
saying is, I'm not saying that these conversations happen. I'm saying that these should be your conversations. If they're not happening, then these are the conversations that y'all should be having with
It's
these
called trauma.
individuals. So when
Right,
it
and
but
that's
comes,
what's happening when we're dating.
hold on, when it
but
comes, what I'm also saying, young lady, in vetting is not always that man asking to take you out and you always accepting. No, I'm gonna be at home with my kids and we could talk on the phone. Let me get to know you personally over the phone.
Amen. Say it,
So
brother.
And that happens
so
as
hold on.
well.
So let's take this slow because now I know that you can take me out. That's fine. I don't want to go out. Maybe I'll cook. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll see if you'll cook. Like it's
No,
other
you're not
things that
coming to
can
where I
happen.
lay my head down.
It's other
Never.
things. Hold on. I'm not saying what I'm saying is this. You have to learn how to take it slow. Y'all don't know how to take it slow.
No, you don't know how to take it slow.
And I'm not saying first
He's
of all,
not
stop
talking
taking it
about
personally.
y'all. He ain't
I'll
talking
be
about you.
back here.
Yep. Don't
In
take it
general
personal.
Don't
statements.
take it. See, this is the thing
It's
that
a
we're talking about.
conversation.
Okay, this
It's a
is
convo.
Monica.
But what I'm saying though, we date. Listen, y'all. Listen. This is one thing women gotta understand. We date women. We go after women. We know what we talking about. Y'all can be in denial all y'all want as far as y'all single, but what we talking about a whole thing of women. Okay, and this is real. This is real. It's really easy to get some pussy from a new woman.
No, you're talking to girls because we're women. You're talking to, so
I
No,
you're talking to some
in
girls.
person, nobody's
what I
But
talking
think
to
is
y'all in
even
general.
women sneak around. That's
what.
why they
I just
promiscuous and
think
they
it's
they
the
sneak around.
verbiage.
They don't let nobody know that they fucking.
Hold on,
Right?
y'all. But hold on. I don't want
Woman
us to
does.
get. I don't want us to get
Y'all
into a
getting
place.
off topic.
Hold on, but I don't want us to get in a place to where we start attacking. See, these
Right.
things
No, yeah,
when
we'll get
we
attacked.
start when buttons start to get pushed, things start to get defensive. First of all, I don't think none of us on here is talking about an individual on here. We just talking in general, and these are
Right.
things that we have experienced as men. So this is the thing that you can't deny that we have experienced. So don't justify your point with our arguments because these are things that we have experienced in this world as we are out here moving around. So yeah, we know who we want to court. Yeah, we know who we want to date, and we also know who we just want to sleep with by the way
Some
you
hood rat.
present yourself. So in your presentation, we already don't figure out what we want to do with you. Now your job is to make us realize the value that you have. If we don't see no value in you, then don't be trying to get a value out of us because we're not going to give you that. These are things that y'all have to take into yourself and y'all consider and take up on yourself when you wake up in the morning. What type of woman am I?
A
Not after I make
P31.
not after I make a ton of mistakes and then I want this good dude to come through with a knight of shining armor because he looking like, nah, why I'm gonna come through and be
But
Captain.
Let me interrupt you right there though. Hold on though, sir. No matter what male or female go through, right? They can always They can always have. They can always be renewed. Okay. So
Amen.
you can't say that no matter they be wanting a good dude to come, because every man and woman is entitled to somebody just for them. So we all fall down, we get up, make mistakes. We all fall short of the glory. So just because I may have been damaged does not mean I should have to sit on the sideline and not
There we
expect
go.
a great dude. Okay,
No,
let's get
no.
that clear. Hold
That's
on,
not. That's
Hold on, let her finish. Let her
Let her
finish.
finish. Let her finish.
you know, that doesn't mean we can't sit on this. We gotta sit on the sideline, sir. But should we as women get it the first time or second time or third time? We should, right? Anybody should, but sometimes people don't. Doesn't mean you're disqualified. Delayed, but not disqualified, right?
no.
And that's all I want to say.
Okay, so hold on.
Give us grace.
So y'all can get grace, but you can't determine that man over there that you think is what you want ought to give you grace. He don't have to do that. If a man don't got no kids, he don't have to be with you.
But
See,
he
this
don't
is
have
what
to
I'm saying.
talk to me
Hold on.
either.
Let me finish.
He don't have to talk to me either, though.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm not saying that it ain't somebody for everybody. Absolutely, I agree with that. Somebody will find their peace. But what I'm saying is, women have a projection of the type of man that they want to be with, and then when that man don't want to accept that, then she can't be looking over the little guy that really want to be with her because he don't fit her profile. See, people don't want what God sent to them. People want what they want, and then talk about, oh no, I ain't got to sit on the sideline.
You know what that's called, RJ? It's called aesthetics.
Yeah, well, God sent you a husband, but he didn't look the way you wanted him to look.
That's
He didn't fit your
only
profile.
little girls think like that. I'm a woman, so I know aesthetics don't matter. That's little girl thinking. That's not woman or kingdom-minded women. That's little girls.
But you got to think about it like this. You an exception to the rule, because there's plenty other women that will accept it. A lot. A whole lot. So
I think when we speaking in general, and then it get personal, everything, it ain't everybody. We speaking in general.
But you're speaking to women here.
I'm speaking to men and women.
I'm not being personal. I've been very frank about everything I got going on, you know, my abuse and everything. So it's not personal. I like to be relative and I like to be real, so we can talk from a real person's perspective. So that's why I put my shit on the table. But it's not that. All I'm saying is that for male and female, we both need to start thinking with our big head, not our little coochies and big dicks or little dicks, and start thinking with our big heads, okay? Because men don't fucking meet us and say, hey girl, what's your IQ, girl? What's your future goals? And we don't meet niggas and say, you know, what's your IQ? Do you have a high school diploma? Do you know how to count past 100? We don't do that. So we both all
let me see that booty.
Nah, but see, that's different. That's not true though, because women do look at a man's future. A man don't really look at your future like that. Like, he don't care. If you're gonna be down with the program, then we messing with you. We not worried about, where you going to school? You gonna have some paper later on?
Right.
That's what y'all looking at. We not looking at that. Attraction is not symmetrical. I don't care about your muscles. I don't care about how much degrees you got. I don't know. Men don't care. And a man that care about that, I would question his sexuality. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I don't care what you got going on, because what I got going on is going on. Now you want to ride this? Because this ship is gonna sail. You want to hop on, or you want to? I'm just telling you.
Ladies, I want to ask any ladies. Anybody want to turn their cameras on? I seen Ski today, but I want them to see how beautiful you are, Kirsten.
Now you just called me out. I feel embarrassed. I won't do it.
We gotta see that pretty face.
She said, "Go call her out."
Okay, yeah. Well, next time.
Okay.
All right.
All he really trying to say is that men they look how you look first. We like a particular woman. Like, we all different men, so we all like different women. It's the same goal, but we're different. Like, that woman could be sexier to me more than it could be to C. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to her mental state, that's when we separate. Or is we either gonna wife her, fuck her, or just treat her as a friend? You know what I'm saying? It's all about her mindset. If she's ratchet and want to be out in the streets all the time, or just don't have no type of respect for a man, period, she probably ain't gonna be around that man for a while.
Oh, and
I think too, we have to understand too, men want a legacy, And that's what the women was created for, to help out with the legacy of
Yes,
the
sir.
man.
Yes.
So
Right.
when it
And
comes to that, and I feel like, you know, the man have the option to say, do I want to share my legacy with this young lady who already got a kid and bring this kid in or not? Or do I
right,
want my bloodline to be pure? You know what I'm
right,
saying? This is the option that the man has regardless of the circumstances of the woman. And this ain't
right.
it ain't fair, but it's right. You know what I'm saying?
And
This
and
is how we
and
was created. So when we grow up and we get into this world and we fall into the flesh of the world, yeah, men are able to do things that women ain't able to do. We're able to, you know what I'm saying, have unprotected sex and not get nobody pregnant. But once you get pregnant, if you choose to keep that baby with that guy, then you honestly belongs to that guy. Because now a man had to take on somebody else's legacy. And I'm not getting
My
down on
kids have my
nobody.
last name.
I'm not getting down
see,
on nobody.
that's demonic.
I'm
You
not
know that,
getting down on
right?
nobody. But what I'm saying is the way that God created it, we don't get to change the plan because
You're
our
demonic for
situation.
calling me demonic.
You
Sorry,
We don't
Robert.
demonic.
get to hold on. We don't get to change God's plan because of our
Who said that?
sins.
I'm gonna beat you up.
So
Red pill crip.
at the end of the
Northside
day,
71.
God's plan is still God's plan, and man was created in God's image. And the way that we are created is what it is.
Yes, sir.
So
What? Hey, RJ. Unfortunately, we got free will, and that's the problem. A lot of
right,
people don't need free will. Everybody need. Most people. Most people with vaginas need structure. They don't need free will.
no, and that might seem offensive, but that's why God created man first. Understand that God
What?
spent time. Hold on, God spent time.
Excuse me?
God spent time with Adam.
Oh, stuff.
Hold on,
What?
Y'all don't
I
need.
knew. I knew it.
hold
I
on.
knew it.
Excuse me? Is this the
God,
handmaid's
hold
tale?
on,
Hold
hold,
on.
hold on, hold
Let
on.
him finish. Let him
Yeah.
finish, and you can respond, Steve.
God created man first and spent time with man first
Yes, sir. Yes,
before
sir.
woman was created.
Yep.
So he had a job for a man. He had the job for the man to do, and then he brought the woman out of the man so
Yes.
she can always be covered.
Yes.
So when you go out of cover, it's already designed. We don't get to change it because we done made ourselves successful with our careers and all.
It never changes.
God's
Yes.
plan is still God's plan. It was here
Preach.
before you got here. It was here before I got here.
Mm.
Okay,
So
I
the
got you.
man was made. The man was made to shelter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He is
Shelter.
the external.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The
So
external. The external who's okay. I get that right. I totally do. Because my daddy was a great man, but he was a real man too. He was a real man. And I get the whole man thing and the conversations with Christ, with Jesus, my bad, and all that. But well, Mr. Man, you knew better than to eat that apple from Eve because God told you that
Huh.
that was knowledge and wisdom. He told you. He didn't tell me. He told you. He told you, not me. Okay, so that's the first debunking. Okay, he told
yeah,
you. He didn't tell
yeah,
Ski. He told you. And you
right,
still fell and ate from the serpent telling
correct,
was told. Okay, so let's go
correct,
there foundational. Okay,
correct.
but
Okay,
secondly, right? What you saying is real, but the whole, all
I,
I'm saying is
I like
women
that.
are the creator as well. We have the
I,
womb, we have the solar drop here. We
right.
create the life here. We have the portal. Okay, so we're not equal, but we're equal in our own
No, no.
entity.
So I'm glad you said that
But hold on,
because
in our own entity, and at the end of the day, we work well together. I'm not
no,
gonna
we
say. I'm
we
not
was
gonna
designed
say.
that.
I'm not gonna say
Great point.
Oh,
this or
let me say
that
this,
or
bro.
this or that. But what I'm gonna say is, you and I work well together. But you were told not to
Look,
eat from it. You are the one to lead, right? But you guys have fallen a little short on the leading because you're not looking for the stuff that you're saying that a man is supposed to covenant and cover and everything. That's not how men are approaching any woman unless he knows that information and trained that way and taught that way. Let's get that clear too. So
okay,
I'm not gonna put yeah. I'm
but
not
let me
gonna.
say this.
We
This is
work better together. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay,
Period.
but yeah, maybe like what you saying is Adam bit the apple after Eve did it.
But
So
he knew
Forbidden fruit.
better.
this is it. But hold on, this is the example of a man trying to follow a woman. Y'all not leaders
Nah, that's not
because when
it.
you lead,
No, that
no,
no.
no, no,
The
no.
man just
Listen,
made a
listen,
good
listen.
Hold
point
on.
that
Let
God
him
came to
finish.
No,
you
Let him
and had
finish.
intimate conversations.
when
God had
look,
intimate conversations with you, my
no,
guy. He had it with you. He told
I
you what
know,
to do.
I
You knew
know.
Let him
better,
And
bro.
finish.
and
We're
guess
not
what?
going
Let him
And
there.
guess
finish
what?
the
Watch
response.
this. Watch this. God told me what to do. I told you what to do. You disobey God, and my silly ass start following
So
your
that's my
ass.
fault.
But
That's my
hold
fault.
on. Watch this. Guess what happens when a man follows a woman? Destruction.
That's not
True.
true.
Destruction.
That's true.
My daddy wasn't destroyed.
What you
Nothing
talking
was
about?
wrong with my
We
mama.
don't
He
listen.
wasn't destroyed.
Any man that listen to women, he is in the courtroom fighting for his
Hey,
life,
let
for
me
his
show you a real
kids,
nigga
for
that
his
wasn't
money,
though. I
for
got
his
a real nigga
everything.
that wasn't
that's
though
true.
and followed my
That's
mama.
true.
He
That
was a good nigga and he was never at destruction until he
Listen to
died.
look,
God.
I understand that everybody I understand that your picture perfect man is your
No,
father. I
and
don't
he's
know
not
him.
picture perfect. He's just a real ass nigga that taught me
No.
life
To
about life. He's
you,
not picture perfect. But
we
I'm
don't know
saying,
what your daddy
no,
did.
but
We
I'm
don't know
saying,
what
but
your
you're
daddy
saying
did.
if you know your generalization and stereotypical ass comment is
It's
saying
not.
that when a man
You
follows
brought
a
up the
woman.
story and I
No,
combated
because
the story.
you should have knew better. If I ate 10 apples, nigga, you shouldn't have ate one. I don't give a fuck when I came back.
I
Just
know,
take it or not.
but the point that's you right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm telling you is once a man starts following a woman's lead, once a man starts following a woman's lead, we get kicked out of the Garden of Eden out of this
But you
perfect
knew
life.
better not to eat
Fellas,
this shit, nigga. You knew better. What are you talking about?
okay, all right, I'm gonna say it one more time. Once a man, because I followed your lead, and guess what happened? Destruction.
But you knew not to
That's what I'm
follow
telling
my
you.
lead, 'cause God told you not to.
I know. Adam got weak, and a lot of men get weak, and you know what they do? They follow women, and guess what they do? When they follow women, they follow them to the courthouse, and they start feeding kids that ain't theirs. They start following a bitch.
Hold on.
Let's keep it a bean.
Following a bitch.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on, my brother. Hold on, my brother.
That's what they do.
Following a bitch.
Hold on.
No,
Hey,
maybe.
bitch.
Hold on.
You got.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Ski. Go ahead,
Wait a
Ski.
minute.
And
I'm keeping it 100.
Wait a
No,
minute. Wait a minute.
hold on. First of all, I'm sorry what motherfucking crystal not clear life you had that you felt like a man that you've been around following a bitch led that shit to destruction, my guy. But when a real man is aligned with God, and his right motherfucker, they will succeed in everything that they put their mind to.
They can't align with God if they following a woman. They are aligned with the devil if they following a woman. What are you talking about?
At the end of the day, friend, listen, God had intimate conversations with Adam. He never had intimate with me. So you knew better when I came back with that motherfucking cord.
All right,
nigga,
I'm not gonna keep repeating it.
Hold on.
You got it.
Hold on. If y'all read, God let them know, not just Adam, let them know not to eat from the truth. Because if you listen to, hold on, let me finish. Let him finish.
I'm getting my Bible right now so we can confirm.
Hold on, because remember when she was talking with the serpent said, did God tell you? What did God tell you? So she had a conversation. Right.
Hey, yo.
She had a
Sorry I'm late. What is the actual topic right now, y'all?
She had a conversation.
Hold on.
Robert, recap, Robert.
Hold on, pause.
Hold on, let him finish, and I'll give it to you.
So
let him finish.
When she had an encounter with the serpent, he asked her, "What did God say?" Right? She rephrased that the serpent was telling her. Right now, Adam was there. That's true enough. Now he should have spoke and cast the serpent down, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the conversation started with the woman.
Okay, so him not casting it down is my fault, though.
Hold on.
This court of law. No, yes or no. This yes or no question.
No, this ain't a court of law because
this is a question though. Because you just sat here and said that she reworded it, blah blah blah. But he knew not to eat it though, right?
Let me finish.
Hold on, can he finish? Let him finish.
You have to allow me to finish because it's not a right or wrong answer. So I'm not looking to be right. I'm just telling you what the word of God says. So by him not casting that down, she turned to him and gave him the fruit. So that means she had it. She bit it, the fruit, and she turned to him. So he should have cast that down, correct enough. But how he couldn't get to the man? So if she would have stayed close and in authority to Adam, he would have never been able to penetrate her because she already known that not to go over there and be near that tree of life. That was already a restricted rule. But yet she went outside of Adam and had a conversation with a stranger.
Yeah.
Now hold on,
So
hold on,
she
Ski. I know
she
you want to
went
respond.
she
Hold on.
she went
Pat,
That's
she went
what
Pat,
she
okay,
got
bitches
out
so
she
we
do.
got
talking
out
about we was
she
talking about Adam versus Eve. We brought up the fact that
That's
so
what they
I know you pretty particular about biblical and scripture reading. So I'm gonna ask you what do you feel about it? Because we've been having a heated conversation about this. It's been going over the top. So I'm gonna give you the floor on this one, and then we're gonna let Ski
Okay.
rebuttal.
Actually, I didn't hear anything you said because there's a bunch of laughing.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
man.
it's good.
No, basically we was talking about Adam versus Eve, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we was getting all in the conversation as far as a man. Really, we started with a man. Say, for instance, a man has a baby by a woman, right? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
But she has babies by other men also. So we was basically saying, because this is how the conversation started. We was basically saying some people would just bring their kids some food and not the other kids.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you that first. So if you had a baby by a woman, but she had other kids by another man, would you bring them food also, or would you just bring food for just your kid or your child?
So the basic question is, I'm not married to this woman.
No, you're not married. No.
Y'all not together.
So I would bring food to my child. That is not my responsibility.
Real.
Explain.
Have a father.
Man.
And if she fucked around and had kids with a person that wasn't around, I'm sorry, that's your fault. Now, if we get into a real relationship where, you know, I'm with the woman, then I can start to think about helping them kids out too. But at the time being, I got a child that's mine. I'm taking care of him.
Okay. Ski, I know you've been waiting.
Yeah,
You still there with us?
I'm here, but you know what? I'm you know what? Y'all can have this one. I'm not even gonna go there today because I'm in here reading the Bible because everybody read different versions. So I was
No.
You know,
You gotta brush up on your.
you know,
you got to say your truth because really.
But at the end of the day, right?
There is no right or wrong.
At the end of the day, right? I'm gonna say this. I say this because I have brothers. I have a daddy. I've been in this world. I have a daughter. One had a wedlock. You know, all that good shit. But at the end of the day, women and men are different, but yet the same. We both all have value. Do we need structure? Yes. I love a man that can correct me. That's what turns me on because God said anybody that loves you corrects you. So I love correction. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's how you say it to me. So correction is warranted in this motherfucker. But we like women, speaking on the women club, we like men to approach us as leaders and be the men that they, you know, are and not the men that they want to represent as, you know, why they decided they want, you know, just lead better and we'll follow better. You know, give us gentle correction. If you feel like she's worth it, give her gentle correction, you know, and you will see the horse do well. You know what I mean?
Gentle correction?
That's it.
What is
when I say gentle correction, it's not what you say to people, it's how you say it to people, right? So if you know where somebody may fall short, instead of just being a dickhead or jerk about it, try to say it a little nicer. That's gentle correction.
What if you said it nice 3 times?
That's when you go up to identity.
Fuck that. Did you hear what she said? She said, say it gentle again.
I said, I was really being funny because guys say turn up the cheeks. So I was really being funny because I have my Bible in hand. But in the same time, sometimes shit, when it just don't work, pull away. Shit, throw in the tail. Why ain't the white tail?
There you go. Now you talk.
Well, that's why. Well,
just bow out gracefully. Shit,
well, this is why the word of God tell y'all to be equally yoked.
Yes.
So, but hold on. I do agree with her saying you patiently, because he said with love and kindness have I drawn thee. Verse 9 on here, but this is something that I take serious. When we speaking about the word of God, it said line up on line, precept on precept. I don't like to quote false scriptures. I don't like to make it work for a category. But anybody get a chance, You can read Genesis 3, verses 1, and go down, and you can remember that conversation. I don't want to be misled, and I'm not looking to be right.
Hold on, let me get my
But
Bible.
I do.
Let me get my Bible.
My job is to make sure that we
Hey, I
are
was right here on
representing God in
this,
the
baby.
right
This is where I was at.
representation.
Genesis 3. You see my highlights and all that? This is where I was at. I
So,
just studied it for myself. I grew
Read
up in
it.
so
church. My daddy was a Bible center.
right.
I went to
I'm
all kinds
just.
of churches.
This is what I'm
Nah,
saying.
not
In
too
this
much on the
conversation,
Bible,
I just
though,
want
man.
to make sure that we always represent God in the way that God needs to be represented. I don't want on this panel to be on my hands with false representation.
Wait, but who said enough about the Bible?
Because we was reading
No,
scripture.
I did. I said that because I mean, I don't think. I mean, as far as it's like maybe one person up here that can actually. I think everybody else here, we not really talking about the Bible.
Robert,
Robert
is.
me?
No, that's the only. That's who I'm
worthy.
talking about. I'm talking about him.
I'm more than worthy to talk about.
No, you not, man. You can't do that.
I'm not worthy.
Whoa. Yes, you are. Don't listen to that.
You have no clue what I'm like.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I'm muting everybody. Hold on.
I want to elaborate on that.
Just chill for a second. All right. God damn.
Great topic, guys. Great topic. It's getting heated.
I want to change the subject because, as I said, I'm tired of talking about. I'm not tired of talking about, but I don't want to keep talking about God at almost midnight. We had one more topic that we wanted to talk about, which was DEI, right? And the thing about DEI, we wanted to discuss basically the positives, the pros, and the cons of it. And if y'all want to rap about it, like I said, I don't know if y'all done for the night or what, but if y'all want to talk about it, we can rap about that too.
Yeah, I'm of the mind there are no positives in DEI.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Speak on it. Great. Okay. So DEI was designed to give people that wouldn't, minorities, the opportunity to get jobs, get education, things like that, quote unquote, they wouldn't normally be able to get. My problem is when you start looking at, because this is, I mean, everything about DEI, about minorities, like I said. So if you're giving people opportunities or you're accepting people into a position or a school based on their skin color instead of their actual merits and grades, well, then you're leaving people out that actually earn that position. It happens all the time. And then you see what happens, when DEI is the only thing that's considered. The mayor in Chicago right now, he was talking about like he only hired black people for those positions. So his entire crew is all black people. Well, that's great, but did they earn that position? And you see the South Side of Chicago is a mess.
So it's affirmative action.
So
that's all.
Yeah.
It is affirmative action as well, but it goes to DI, yes.
All right, gotcha.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Rooney Rule. This is what when we brought up this topic, it reminds me of the Rooney Rule where when you're an owner and you're looking for a head coach, you have to interview one black candidate. And that's what it just feels like. Even though you're not going to hire this guy, we just got to make sure we put in the
quota.
The quotation, the air quotations. We interviewed a black guy because we already know who we about to get ready to get.
Right, but the difference in this is they actually do hire these people and they let them into school. Like the dropout rate for people that get into schools through DEI is it's something around 70 to 75% dropout rate. And I'd have to go look at the statistics again, but it's just maddening. Like, why are we giving people a leg up that didn't earn the leg up or don't really care? They're just kind of floating through.
I was just talking about this yesterday.
I think now that it's highly exposed, this is what Hollywood has been doing for years. Like they've been allowing their money to get their kids into the best places. You know what I'm saying? So now that it's being highly scrutinized because everybody is being exposed, I think, like you said, nepotism it's the way of America.
Yep.
We can't really, I mean, it's always the people at the bottom, and I would say we at the bottom because we're not up there, we're not in the rooms. I'm not talking about nobody's financial status, but nepotism is to always play the part. You can,
But RJ, you know the problem with that is
yeah.
they got so much bread they can hide the discrepancies of their kids.
I mean, they've been
See when they allowing a random black person to make a quota, who's gonna protect them?
Right. Of somebody that's able to do what they're able to do, and first thing they want to start doing is call it nepotism. It's a whole debate if it's nepotism or not.
I don't even hate what LeBron did. Like, he brought his son up. He's being a father and he's doing everything.
Oh, you're talking about that situation,
yeah. But what I'm saying is, look at that. You know what I'm saying?
It's wrong. It's definitely nepotism, but I'm just saying I'm not mad at LeBron.
Right. And it goes back to what I'm saying is, this is the way America is ran.
Yeah. I'm ready to tear his ass up, but I'm gonna leave him alone. See,
but with entertainment is fine. We talking about allowing somebody to be a doctor. Like, okay, like Bill Cosby just let Theo in, like on the Cosby Show, and he's like, I'm gonna just let my son in. Now he got to do a heart surgery and just like, all right, you feel me? Like that's not
he ain't
okay.
qualified, and if he's not qualified, then what? You gonna kill somebody?
Yeah, exactly.
On the operation table
type time. But see, that's why I said that even the nepotism with LeBron James is almost acceptable because it's like, okay, so what, you gonna have 4 players on the court that's good, and then you got him, and he just got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is, he's a third string Laker, but then he gets to start because his daddy is this. So now let him play
over there.
He was getting better in the summer league.
Come on,
Bronny was getting better
over there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And like, I don't even know. I don't even watch it. I'm just kind of putting it together. I don't know.
No, I mean, Bronny exactly was that. He was someone who shouldn't have been on an NBA court last year. But, you know, his summer league progress was actually pretty decent. But that doesn't make any sense towards what we're talking
like
about.
Sha'Carri Sanders. Like, why is he in the 5th round?
Yeah. Well, he's in the 5th round.
I'll make it to the 2nd round.
I'll tell you why Sha'Carri Sanders fell to the 5th round. It's because during the draft, he decided to sit on a throne made of fucking diamonds. And then he had big ass chains in his neck, and he acted like he was becoming a god. And I mean, Dion put that into him, but I think if he would have been more low key.
Whoa. Didn't
Eli
Manning? Hold on. Didn't Eli Manning reject the team?
Come again? I'm sorry.
Didn't Eli Manning reject the team?
He rejected
the Chargers because he wanted to go to the Giants.
LA Chargers.
Right. And you talking about hold on. So we talking about a costume and an act when somebody literally told a team, we're not going there, so put me somewhere else. And guess what? It happened. So
it happens all the time. Or it has happened in the past.
But that's not the reason why Sha'Carri Sanders went to the 5th round. Sha'Carri Sanders went to the 5th round because everybody that got picked in front of him, he's better than. It was just because of who he is and who his daddy is. Because you had a whole league. You had a whole league that agreed to skip over him.
That's what I meant by what I said. His
owners
persona
mentality that he was too proud. That's what it boils down to.
Hold on, Bobby. Go ahead and finish, P. What you got to say?
That was my point. I wasn't by saying, he had a throne at the draft, chains on. He was Dion. Those are the type. That's what I'm saying. His persona made it so that people didn't want to deal with that, things like that. But they didn't understand. I mean, Sha'Carri Sanders. I actually like Sha'Carri Sanders. I think he should be at least number 2 on the depth chart for the Browns. He's a good player. It's just everybody they thought he was about something else. They thought he was just about himself, and they didn't want to bring that onto the team.
But what quarterback that comes that's not like that?
So there's a lot of guys who are me players on NFL teams. So
Cam Ward is perfect.
Don't come like that. Aaron Rodgers is definitely a me player.
He's the ultimate me player.
He's definitely a me
crazy.
player.
That is crazy.
But yet he can walk into a locker room at any given time, wherever he wants, and demand what he wants, and he gets it.
No, he didn't. Did you see what happened with him this year?
You're saying that
nobody picked him. He held out for Pittsburgh, who really didn't want him. But at the end of the day, they probably gave him a cheap contract so he could find the next quarterback.
That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. he was able to hold out because like Pittsburgh wasn't his first choice.
No,
but because he knew that they was there, he was trying to get to a team that he wanted to go to first. And then when he couldn't go to that team, that's when he chose Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm
so
saying. In his career, if he quit today, he wouldn't have to eat. He wouldn't have to work. So I don't think
no,
Aaron Rodgers was in a position where he necessarily had to play football anymore, had to prove anything.
it's not about if
That's
he
true.
had to.
It's true.
It's not about if he had to or not. It's about the opportunity that he has. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about if you have to do it or not. It's like at the opportunity, at the disposal, that you have enough at your disposal to be able to turn down. Cam Newton was a still active quarterback,
Right.
well developed, but yet was turned down because of whatever they want to label as, but he still was able to produce just as well as Aaron Rodgers. So it's not like Aaron Rodgers is a Tom Brady. He's not
No.
even produced. He ain't been to Super Bowl in who knows when, but yet he still has the cliche. What gives him the cliche is what we're asking, because if he can have that cliche because of something he did 12 years ago, here come a young kid that just believes in himself. They call it cocky. He called it confidence. He was raised by a man. Why wouldn't he have confidence? He was raised by one of the greatest players of all time. Why wouldn't he have confidence? He was raised by a generational talent. Why wouldn't he be confident? It's
But
not
people didn't
cocky,
see it as
it's confident.
confidence.
Like I said,
Yeah, that's the thing.
the
Go
owners
ahead.
like the idea of somebody, a youngster coming in the league at 19, 21 years old, being too proud. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, and when it goes to that, hell, Johnny Manziel was partying. Like he was out of control, still got drafted.
Oh yeah,
So
and the
so
owners knew that he was gonna basically dictate how his contract went, and also like his ways, as far as like, in the off season, his preparation for the game. They knew everything that came with it. Best believe that they did their homework on Johnny Manziel.
absolutely.
They were getting, I mean, proofs in the pudding when the draft came and he was like, show me the dollars.
Yeah.
Just show me the money. Yeah. Off of
And he
Jerry,
a
Jerry,
rich family too on
yeah.
that.
Like, so only thing I'm saying is it's frowned upon when you actually believed in yourself. I mean, it goes back to LeVar Ball and the Ball brothers. You know what I mean? Like he
They
put that
hated his
time in with
father.
his kid. He put his time in with his kids. He know what his kids was able to do. He could be confident in his kids, but it's a mock if he actually believe in his kid. Like I spend time with my kids. I know what my kids is capable of doing. So, but this is what the NFL don't understand. And this is what a lot of people got. Shador Sanders is a coacher.
Yeah.
He's bigger than the NFL.
Well, like he said when he came to the Browns, if you don't want to change the culture, and I agree with that.
Yeah, but he's a generational coach. He's black,
Right.
white, indifferent, Chinese, whatever. He's a coacher. So you're not going to be no matter where he went, he was going to draw attention. But
Right.
yet y'all drew more attention by not picking him high, by picking him low, because now Cleveland Brown got a national TV game, a preseason game. Who watching the Browns?
Highest preseason watched game in the last 25 years. That just
Come
lets
on,
you
man.
know right there.
Well, everybody wanted to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're going to get the more you try to hide him, he's blessed, man. He's a child of God. His father is a child of God. Like he's so blessed that people are going to follow him. Did you see the jerseys? You mad because he wanted some of that money that y'all was finna get on his jersey? You can keep the contract. Give me some of the jersey money because I know what it's gonna do. Like it goes back to the basketball with Jaylen Brown over in Boston. He's so smart that he contracted his own contract. Y'all got a problem with him now? He's not marketable because he got himself a $300 million contract. Come on, man. Like
Okay.
it's bigger than just talent.
No,
These
all I
dudes.
was trying to say earlier is that he put off the people that were supposed to draft him with the draft and like the combine too. Like Cam Ward was so much better at the combine with his, footwork and his speed and his arm and things like that. And I think honestly, you're right. A lot of the slip for Deion's son was just public perception. So I did not expect Shador to go past the second round of the draft. I really didn't. So
I'm gonna ask you this, Pete. Do you got any examples on how the DEI is affecting?
I had one with the Chicago, like with the mayor in Chicago hiring only black people, and that didn't go well. He's getting ready to get pitchforked out of office. I'd have to look up specific examples, but like I said, I know the college dropout rates for the DEI applicants and things like that. I'm completely about merit over anything else, because that's the only thing that makes us progress. I mean,
what about you, Bobby Johnson? It looked like you got something to say about DEI.
I mean, it all, part of it is they thought they were going to have issues, like Deion was going to step in and say his 2 cents. But it's like, who cares? At the end of the day, what's the difference between him and Archie Manning?
No, DEI.
There's no difference. The difference is they don't like the fact that a black person is too proud. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. And you want to say it's a white-black thing, whatever. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Because I guarantee if Deion was white and going about his persona the way he does and being as successful as he was, dude, crickets. You wouldn't hear anything. They'd be talking Shador Sanders up and everything else. And Shador would have got drafted in the first round. Mel Kiper said, and he is the GOAT when it comes to, analyzing the draft and everybody who's coming out, going in the pro in the NFL. He said Shador Sanders should not have dropped past 10th overall. And the fact that it was, he said that he thinks it was a conspiracy on Shador. The owners got together and said, hey, we're not going to let this kid dictate what kind of contract that he gets. And they made a point, and it was sad because, I mean, he suffered the consequences on the money as far as that goes. But that's why they let him fall to the 5th round, because they did not want him to get top dollar. But
so the only reason he fell to the 5th round is because nobody wanted to pay him?
No, they just didn't want Deion stepping in, and they didn't want the fact that they didn't like the fact that he's already proud. They thought it was going to be another Johnny Manziel situation. The difference is that Shador has
whether he gets drafted in the 1st or the 5th, Deion could still step in. I mean, nothing.
He has more talent than Johnny Manziel ever had before.
But let me say this.
Yeah.
So this is the same team that went down to Houston and got Watson, that had 1,000 rape cases on him. So you mean to tell me that y'all was willing to accept that over somebody just being proud?
No, that's not acceptable at all. I wish you would have.
It is. Look how, hold on. It is, because look how much money they gave him.
Hey,
no, I'm saying morally it's not acceptable.
Let's keep it on DEI. Let's keep it on DEI. So
let's go back.
Okay.
When you're talking about how it's affecting, you say it's affecting. You say with the mayor, right?
In Chicago, yeah.
How so? I know you say you ain't got the numbers, but like give us a brief, synopsis.
No, that's what I was trying to say. Was the mayor in Chicago decided that he was only going to hire black people. Nobody knew this, until it actually started to play out. And he's been in front of a hearing for this lately. And it has actually negatively affected the black community by having all the people in office. And I'm not trying to say that they created the problem in Chicago. The problem in Chicago has been around, since the 80s. But it doesn't work when you choose to only do something because it's for your color, for your culture, for your people.
Who are you talking about? What is the mayor's name?
I don't know it off top. You woke me up. I'm sorry. I don't know his name off top. Yeah, you're right.
I think
Go ahead, Ski. Go ahead, Ski. What you got to say?
Well, DEI was really created because African Americans couldn't get jobs, when they got ushered into the workforce with nothing, keep getting their communities destroyed and had to work an actual job. that they would overly qualify for, because if you remember through the Reconstruction and after slavery, you know, they were only the skilled people around, you know, the blacksmith, the doctors, the lawyers, you know, all those type of common folk people, right? So we couldn't get a job. So that was created so that we could get our foot in the door at jobs that was paying us halfway decent money, giving us benefits and stuff for our family. So I think that it was created and a good thing, because if you're talking about, Pat, you said like what kind of community or what kind of basis is, how does it work when you just pick your own people? Well, shit, look around, look at the system that we're living in right now. You know, I mean, it's created by all one group of people, so it's not working effectively. Your words, you know. So I mean, we're just trying to, I think it was just us getting a footing in areas that we were getting shut out for a long time. And so, but then here come other people coming into and piggybacking off the Civil Rights Act, right? And they're getting jobs, and then they're getting jobs, you know. So I think that after a while, you know, they just started, you know, making it a criteria, because there wasn't people of color or browns nowhere in a lot of jobs or industries. So that was just the way to get our foot in the door. Do I think people, but those people that got their foot in the door, they worked hard to get there. They were getting overlooked. So it's like nobody was trying to get a freebie or anything. Like, hey, I'm black, so hire me here. You know, that wasn't how it started out initially. Has some of those things been altered? Yes, to a certain extent, but not too high, right? But you know, it's something that was needed. You know, from education to jobs to healthcare to technology. You know, we needed those type of things, because you know we wasn't able to get in there. So it is affecting us, but I think because you know who we are and what we used to, we always pull ourselves up. But it was initially created because we couldn't get our foot in those industries. So, you know, as you said, Pat, living in those industries with people that look just like you, create them, it's not always good. And blacks can definitely tell.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask it's just like a hypothetical question. So you got two students applying to MIT. One, let's say, is a white dude, and he got a 1600 and he had a 4.5 GPA, and his work in STEM up to that point was, you know, all his life. And you got, I keep wanting to say black, but it's not just black people. It's women, it's black people, it's Chinese people. But let's just say
It's
another
not Chinese,
minority.
because they're the top, the highest. They're not having no.
No, but they still qualify for DEI.
Yes, you're right.
They do qualify, but they got the merit.
Right. So let's just say that they didn't. This Chinese person got a 1350 on their SAT, and they had an okay GPA through high school. And now the board is saying, well, we know we got DEI in place. We do need to bring up our numbers for the Chinese Americans at our schools. So I think we're gonna pick up.
I said do it. Not everybody has the same opportunity. So you have
But
to understand.
MIT is an institution that should be about merit, because the smartest people need to go to MIT, or the people that are most prepared need to go to MIT.
Just because he got a 1600 on the test,
That doesn't mean you're smart.
No, I'm just giving a
You're a good
hypothetical. You
test
got one
taker.
person that's qualified more.
No, I'm saying, but so listen, it's not that they not both getting in there though, Pat. They both getting
I
in
know
there.
it's a hypothetical.
No, I'm saying hypothetically, I'm saying it's not like the boy with the 1600 not gonna go. It's just they're gonna give the boy who got the 1350 a more conditional, you know, criteria.
I just want to know if you think if it was a situation where two people had to choose, would it be good or would it be okay to take the one that is technically less qualified over the one that is more qualified only because they were a minority?
No, I would say this, Pete, and let me say this too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, and we'll go back to the numbers, right?
You good?
You just don't know that date, right? That doesn't mean that number actually proves that this guy is better than this guy. So that guy could have just had an off day and still was able to pass that, right?
Yeah.
So when you say that, it's a lot of things that go into play, because what is this kid life like outside of this?
That's what I was gonna say.
So you know what I'm saying? So
Me too.
I think that's where where it comes in part, because now it's taking more into consideration than just numbers. What do your lifestyle look like? Like, where are you coming from? Because you might have less access to things.
What are your social factors?
Or your learning differences.
So go ahead.
If this kid was 1600 got more access to more peers,
tutors,
more equipment, you know what I'm saying, better equipment, then it's just like a kid
resources.
Yeah, like a kid that's got a trainer coming from a kid that's just practicing on his game every day. that doesn't mean he better than me. He's just got different things for me. But yet when the pressure get put on, who's able to handle the pressure? Most likely that kid that was
Liam,
able with that last number, that lower number, because he already done been through the pressure
the
growing up.
hard work. Yeah.
But
So
that's the things that
So
like you're
so what's the
assuming all
point
That
that.
of doing?
longevity and
Yeah,
that
but say
perseverance.
what's the point of doing good? What's the point of somebody actually studying up to get the 1600,
No,
and
because it's
then you just making all these factors behind somebody that got the 1350? Like,
wait.
what are y'all talking about?
No, you can actually be
To know
born and know how to do
logically
like
I mean,
if
because
basic
it's
math.
social
okay.
factors matter, all right? Because
It
look,
does.
social fact. Look, my minor's public health. Social factors do determine a lot of people's outcome, right?
What is that
So, like he
music?
was saying, if the boy who has the trainer, it goes to shoot the free throws, that has the trainer that teaches him how to, dribble and do this and that, so he can
Right.
have the on shots like this, from the middle to the end, whatever those parts on the court is called. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Right.
Versus
Right.
the boy who doing it at home. So it's not that doing good ain't well, and the dude's still getting in though. That's what people fail to realize is about DEI. The person who is qualified is still getting the job. It's just you're going to be alongside
Right.
someone who may not have your same 1600. That's all it is. It's not
Yes, ma'am.
saying that you're not qualified, that you're not getting in. It just means your player, your
Yeah.
counterpart, may just not be that 1600 ace. It might be the 1350 or the 14 or shit the 1250. You
It's
know what I'm saying?
evening
In
the
the
playing field.
extracurricular activities, he might
Yep.
have had some clerking with this court. He might
Yep.
have had some summer vacation where he was doing volunteering here that
Yep.
makes up for that 1600. So
Yep.
it's just you gauging somebody's academia not just off of numbers but what they do, because numbers don't mean shit. But what was the in the child that 1600?
Yep.
You don't got no no work, no nothing. You have no extracurricular
Nope.
activities. You was in no book clubs. You had
Nope.
nothing. So you was just free to do this and study
Yep.
actively, right? So I'm just saying, it's not saying that
Yep.
1600 is not getting in. It just means your counterpart may not be that 1600 student like you.
Yes.
That's all the EI is saying.
Right. I
Good.
understand what you're saying, but then everybody's not analyzing it. They're not doing that. That's
But
why
you
they
should,
create the
if you're doing it
test.
for a job and you're a recruiter and you're trying to stab something, you're trying to put the
So
most qualified person in there. They ask you for your resume. They ask you for
Yep.
have work history. When I submit my resume
Yep.
is 2 pages, and I have a work study resume because I
Yep.
work with some of the best law firms, and
okay.
I want to know everybody to know that when I apply for a fucking job, because I'm not a lawyer yet, but I have hella experience, mass
Yep.
court and everything. So when I submit my resume, it's 3 pages. Well, it's 2,
Yep.
but I have a whole work study. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, I might not have the so when I was applying for senior paralegal, right, when I was in 3 years in, I felt like I had the experience because I was on mass tort year 2 out of school.
Right.
It
Right.
takes 5 or 6 years to get to mass tort. So yes, so guess what? I had to show that I did volunteer work. I had to do this. I did pro bono with different lawyers. Worked on pro bono cases as a research clerk. All kind of shit to mutter up my experience, even though it didn't come with 5 years. It's just I worked in different areas that shit was stressful that put years on me from working it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
Hey, I
Respect.
One second.
Respect.
1 second.
got
Okay, so everything that you guys just talked about, I understand that. I know that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I get it. The point of my question was not to talk about all the different reasons why someone should get a chance. The point of my question was just a simple logic question. If you're choosing people based on, social structure, what they are, color of skin, over the qualified person, because when you come to college and when you come to jobs, it doesn't say anything on the application about you need to, we check on to see if you're minority, where you came from, things like that. They just want to know your past experience. They want to know your scores. They want to know what you did in school. So I'm just asking,
Well, then I don't
when
like
you're
that process. That
when
doesn't
you're
tell me
applying
anything.
for a point in education, like you're trying to do that,
No.
is it logically sound to go after the person that doesn't seem to be, or not seem to be, is not
They
qualified
ask all
I'm
those
going against
questions
what
Pat,
you're
for a
saying.
reason.
I
on
don't agree with what you're saying.
no,
They
it's that's
ask those questions on the application pad for a reason, right? I mean, they ask for a reason, right? So they
question.
clearly want to know. I mean, they're asking it. They're not just putting on their date and
See,
sign.
what question? Are they asking on an
Yes,
application?
demographics, where you from? If you look, have you looked at application for any type of law school or any type of
Right?
any type
Right?
of
Well, yes,
they
they do.
ask
They
you
ask
certain
you, you know,
questions. They
Hispanic, white,
ask you
things like
about your
that.
they ask you about your affiliations. They ask you what you do after college
Yes,
or after
ma'am.
high
Yeah,
school.
I
Yes.
They
know that,
ask
but
you
they don't
those
listen to that
They
questions.
do it
shit.
at the hospital. What do you mean?
They ask you those they ask you those if you applying for a corporate or upper management job. They ask you your affiliations, your
Yep.
school clubs, your
Yep.
affiliations. They ask you
Yep.
all that stuff. They ask you what you've been doing. Like when I
Yep.
apply for law school, I have to put everything I've done since I graduated high school in 1999. I have to put everything on my application for
You have
law
to do
school
that as
from
an athlete. You have to-
1999. It's 2025.
Yep.
What's your point though? That's what I'm
The
saying. So
point that I'm making,
you guys are doing.
the point I was making is that it's not about the numbers. That's the
I
point.
agree with her.
Should be, but it should be.
No, it
If that's
shouldn't
what
be.
yes,
None of
it
this
should.
stuff
If
is
you're
gonna
trying to
change.
get
If
into
he wasn't getting
MIT, that's
in,
the only
Pat,
thing
We
that
can
should
agree to
matter.
disagree.
It's a college.
I don't agree with
It's a
you.
college.
Period.
I got something to say.
I don't agree with you.
Hey, I got something to
Okay,
say.
that's
If you
fair.
want to look at the numbers, Pat,
Mm-hmm.
know that white women were the biggest beneficiary of DEI. Were
Right.
they?
I
say
understand
that
that.
again.
Yeah,
And I'm
because they're
a white
considered a
woman.
minority. I don't agree with that either.
Okay, so you can't say that minorities benefited the most from DEI.
Except that white women are a minority. That's what they
What?
consider. They
No,
consider white women a minority.
They're
no,
the
Who?
majority.
That is we're 80%. Oh wait.
That's
that's
the
What
They
majority,
do.
Pat.
that's not
You can
that's
say
not.
no, it isn't. No, it isn't, but it's true.
where?
How is that? They are white.
Christ, I can't look anything up right now because I'm on the stream.
No, you can because I just said.
Hmm?
You can look stuff up on the stream.
I'm looking it up for you right now. I'm on the screen. Hold on.
Appreciate you, Scoop.
Biggest beneficiary of DEI.
We're not talking about the biggest group. I'm just talking about what DEI is built for and who the people that qualify for DEI. I don't think any of them. It doesn't matter who they are.
If you want to look at just numbers, what you say, because you say numbers are the most important, then white women are the biggest
Access to numbers right now. Sorry. Go ahead, Bobby.
You should be just looking at the most qualified person. I agree on that.
Yes.
But if you strictly look at numbers, white women were the biggest beneficiary of DEI. You know, what it is like, especially with Trump in office, you always hear about DEI and everybody thinks, oh, well, that's black people. That's people that are unqualified and they're making exceptions for, certain jobs so they can hire them. So they can just say, oh, well, we have certain amount of black people here. And it's like, that is not true. And it's like, that is not what's going on. I mean, because Trump, he does not want black people to be hired. I mean, if you look at everything that he's
You on
doing,
this again?
he is totally repealing everything
Hold on.
benefits,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
culturally, anything that has to do with any minority. Period.
Okay, so basically, I just want to say this. So basically, the numbers is 60% of DEI hires are white women, while Black, Latino, and Asian candidates are unrepresented. White women are promoted as twice the rate of Black women and Latino women. Black and Latino workers remain unrepresented in leadership and higher paying roles. So that's why I was created, basically, because we were not.
So if white women are promoted at twice the rate, that's probably because there's 5 times as many white women. That's just a numbers thing.
Justify the fact that they will not hire a black person. That's all it is. Well, we have DEI, but you're not hiring a black person.
And we need diversity in the workforce. It's proven if you have more diversity in the workforce, it's better for the company. It's been proven statistically, if we want to do stats, you need to have diversity.
Diversity of color or diversity of thoughts?
Color and thoughts.
No, but I mean, when people talk diversity, they only talk about diversity in one manner.
Well, because you could say
and culture,
you can do diversity of thoughts and still have a room full of white people, and that's still not.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when we talk about diversity nowadays, we're only talking about diversity of one thing, and that's skin color. I think.
Well, that's
no, I'm talking about gender, everything.
Because
okay, cool.
The skin color is a representation of diversity because it's different in the texture. It's just different. You know, is different. Is different raising, different thought process because of the different view of the world. Right? We don't get to view the world in the same way. So we don't have that luxury, and it's something that has been going on and has been constant throughout our life. We view it in different ways because it has been given it to us in different ways. TV's program, and it's a consistent thing that constantly is on repeat. So yeah, diversity should start with the skin color because that's what you need. You need a different level in order to grow, and not everybody on the same plateau.
Can I say something real quick? I just wanted to give some stats. The key statistics, it says, just giving it stats.org, right? It says white individuals make up the majority of the U.S. workforce at 76.5%. Hispanics and Latinos make up 18.8%. Black workers only make up 12.8%, and Asian Americans make up 6.9%.
But that's the population. That's a
Yeah,
reflection of the
that actually
population.
covers the population. That's pretty close to the population density.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that's the majority of the workforce is 76.5. That's more than almost half. It's
12%.
Well, because white population makes up 80%.
I get
Yeah,
it. I'm saying,
those are just numbers that are going to fall in line with the population density.
You're missing the point.
Wow, man, these were great topics today, man. I ain't even gonna lie, these were great topics, man.
Even down the middle.
We're gonna have to revisit one of them, though. Definitely, we definitely gonna have to revisit them. RJ, man, appreciate you coming on, man. Your insight was dead on, man.
You guys are welcome.
Have you come back on.
Good listening to you,
Props
RJ.
31. You come back on next time. Put your camera back on.
Hey, I invited Robert.
I love Ski.
I love you,
Kirsty.
I love y'all.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Good. I'm just getting practice for the courtroom, so y'all.
I do want to say this, man. This is my first time ever participating in something like this. Don't get me wrong. I have seen it on TV. I don't even got no social media, but because I think these things be hostile. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they get hostile, and I'll be like, whoa, wait a minute. But I do love, like you said, as we speaking about a diversity and different opinions from women and men. But I think our ultimate goal, y'all, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, man, I am pro God. I'm pro love.
Yeah, press out.
And I do appreciate us being able to do this. I've never been a part of this, man. I enjoyed it, hearing different perspective. Whoever running this, I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of it. I'm just grateful, man. So thanks.
Well, listen, now that you've been a part, man, now you need to like and subscribe to Let You Know podcast, man. So you can come on anytime you want, man. Every Wednesday. You come right on in, man.
Boy, y'all pick me on my Bible study night, boy. Y'all really want a heavy dog.
Hey.
It was good hearing from you.
Thanks for coming.
Anybody want to give a shout out? Anybody want to give any shout out?
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
I love Ski. What's up, Ski?
What's up, baby?
I didn't get to say hi.
We got some magging going on here.
He's married.
Put that together and sound. You know what I'm saying?
He's married.
I know Ski.
Married.
I know Ski since knee high.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man. When you know somebody, man.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah.
That was my first girlfriend. I'm sorry putting our business out, but it is what it is.
Dang, you did put it out there. You did put it out there.
Put their boxes together.
Look at God. Look at God.
But that's deep though. You know,
Adam and
because
Eve. Which one ate the apple?
social media allows you to connect.
He's
with
married.
People.
I know he's married, girl.
Yeah.
Pipe down.
And I ain't seen her.
Bullshitting.
Listen.
We ain't doing nothing. This is all love and fun.
It's good, man.
That's my nigga.
Like I said, we appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure, man. I mean, like, these were great topics. Like, I didn't want to stop the first topic, but you know what I'm saying? We didn't want to take the whole 2 hours on that topic. And kind of, we took a whole hour on this topic too. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to shut it down at some point. You know what I'm saying? We can keep going. But, you know, we got to keep it juicy for next week. Got to keep it juicy. Got to get y'all coming on and pumped and ready. I appreciate the energy. You know what I'm saying? We need that. Thank you. Thank you all for the energy.
Go, James. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting
love you all.
LeBron, too.
Love you.
Everybody that's watching, please like and subscribe, man.
Like and subscribe.
Again, do anybody